Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of our biggest game of the season between Chesterfield and Stockport in the National League. Chesterfield, who are second in the league, against Stockport County, who are top of the league. Winner of this will go top at the end of tonight. The team in second and the loser will basically go second in the league. But the main thing is Chesterfield do play on Saturday. So any other result, a draw, I will take. Because it means then we can go into our Saturday game with Weymouth knowing a win, we go top. Because Stockport playing AF Trophy action at the weekend. So we got the slight advantage if we can get it. But
in 84-85, I remember Les Hunter scoring a header to give Chesterfield a 1-0, which clinched all bar the maths promotion. The actual promotion was won a few days later with Chesterfield not playing when Chester beat Hereford United, and I was at Sealand Road for that match as well. So
come on, Spy-Rights! Come on, Spy-Rights! Come on, Spy-Rights!
In the Johnston's Paint Trophy predecessor, I can't remember if it's the Auto Glass or the Auto Windscreens Trophy as it was at the time, the Northern semi-final, so the quarter-final, was a game here, and it was won in controversial circumstances when Paul Williams took a throw-in after Chesterfield had kicked the ball out because a Stockport player was injured. He took the throw-in and he scored from the throw-in, and that didn't go down well. Paul Williams was bad news for Chesterfield for quite some time.
Guys, put your questions in the chat. Get some questions in. Let me know who you think is going to win, Chesterfield or Stockport County.
Maybe half full.
Where you're watching the game. I've got it on the radio station, Daniel.
We can only see the bottom level from where we are, but that does create some noise, doesn't it, when it gets going?
Yeah, you can already.
Hi Dan, I've got the radio commentary on, so we'll know what will happen. So let's all get behind the boys. Get behind the freaking hero, which is Danny Webb, and as a Chelsea fan as well, the son of a Chelsea legend, David Webb. So a bit of a connection there for your Chelsea supporters as well. But this is a big game. We are returning to the top of the National League, where we belong. We have lost the least amount of games this season, so let's go and still continue that trend. Let's go, boys! If you're a Chesterfield fan, welcome. If you're a Stockport fan, also welcome. Banter is allowed, but also don't take it too far, because we don't want anyone getting or offended by anything you say. Chesterfield, go boys! If you guys want me to let you know what the team news is, let me know in the chat, or would you like me to wait to near off kickoff?
By Dave Challoner, who took Hartlepool up last season. But in midfield, Macaulay, Southern Hales and Ryan Rydell down the flank.
So guys, put your question in the chat. It is Chesterfield versus Stockport. Hopefully you guys like the background with Edgery Park in the background. Both badges, and you got the 0-0, so you know it's one will be for which, because it's a 0 that's nearest to each badge is for that team. So it makes a bit more sense in that one. We do have a timer, so you guys know what minute the game's going to be in and everything else in the game when it kicks off. So hopefully we get a good result today, boys. Come on, Spy, let's get a result today. Come on, lads, get chatting in the chat, and let's back Danny Webb and the lads. Come on.
Chesterfield, he always seemed to get outshone by Chesterfield's midfield, but you know, everybody. When he played Chesterfield, he was never quite.
Oh, hello. You're welcome to be here, Danny. Daniel, you're welcome to be here. If you like, there's a bit of rules we have on this channel. There's rules. You can have banter. You can have a laugh. Just don't say anything that will hurt anyone, make anyone be upset, or make anyone be offensive and stuff like that. I don't mind. 3-0 County, you having a laugh. You're against the side who have only lost 2 games all season. You've only got stop. Sal, we've only lost 2 games all season, guys. God, Chesterfield! I'm gonna let you guys know the team news. The team news is for Chesterfield is as followed. The mighty Spirits. Here we go. Your team is Looch, Whittle, Crawley's captain, Grimes, Fraser Kerr, King, Oyaleki, McCourt, Mandeville, Shamanga, and Asante on the benches. Miller, Williams, Kellerman, Quigley, not Scott Quigley, Joe Quigley, and Saidu Khan will be starting for Chesterfield. The mighty Spirits to take us back to the Football League where we belong. Let's start it today. And then the Stockport County lineup is as follows: Hinchcliffe, Hogan, Palmer, Sutherland Hales, Madden, Collan, O'Collar, Johnson, Rydell, Crossdale, Hippolyton, and Quigley. It makes it weird that it's 2 Quigley on the pitch. On the benches, Moynihan, Kitchen, Jennings, Newby, and Crankshaw is the substitutes for Stockport today. This is my beloved Chesterfield. And let's go and let's get the 3 points today. Chesterfield Football Club.
Top v second on 1866 Sport Live.
Chesterfield! 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 Danny Westbury, hey! 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 Come on. If you guys, you're welcome to be here, but just don't be... Right, there's rules. Don't be rude, offensive, swearing, all that jazz. Banter, you can have banter and have a bit of a laugh, to and froing. But as soon as you do something that is offensive, hurtful, or mean, you will be timed out as a punishment. So you know if you do it again, it's a more severe punishment. God, Spirits! God, Spirits! Danny Westbury, hey! Danny Westbury, hey! Go on, boys!
Today at chesterfield-fc.co.uk. Over 16s only. Licensed by Chesterfield Borough Council.
Go on, boys! Let's get the win! Oh, we are the Spirits! Oh, we are the Spirits! Oh, we are the Spirits! Chesterfield! We're Chesterfield! Chesterfield! We're Chesterfield!
We'll also come to you for a brief consultation to make sure your business gets the right products. And don't worry if you need it fast, we'll sort it out. Go to printdigitalmedia.co.uk to find out more. Print Digital Media, making print happen.
Accident Repair Centre. We have our own dedicated accident aftercare team.
Come on, boys!
If you've been in an accident caused by someone else, we'll take care of everything, processing your claim with no cost attached and helping to protect your no claims with no excess to pay. And it goes without saying, CRS will repair your car to the highest standard. Visit cosmeticrepair.co.uk.
At the moment, it is shit. It's gonna be a good game of football, folks. Hopefully, we'll wait and see how it plans out today, because we will be keeping an eye on other results which are in the Premier League, the Championship League 1, League 2, National League games as well, etc, etc, etc as well. So get yourself involved, folks, in the chat.
With excellent opportunities. Visit sherburneslgv.co.uk to find out more. Sherburne's, driver training specialists.
At Ideal Flooring, we're proud sponsors of 1866 Sport Live, supporting full match commentary of every Chesterfield game for quality carpets, Cardine flooring, artificial grass, laminate flooring, wood flooring, and more. Fast delivery, expert advice, great choice, and our fitting guarantee. Now that's Ideal.
Oh,
Walton Fields Road, just off Chatsworth Road in Chesterfield.
oh boys.
Now it's back to the Spirites. This is 1860.
God, Danny Webb.
And it is closing in on kickoff. 1942 for a 1945 kickoff. There's a guard of honour of what looked like the youth team academy sort of players. The ball is on one of the televised sort of platforms for the referee, who will be Scott Tellis to pick up. So it's been given a little bit of extra fizz with that this evening. A Chesterfield team with one change. Manny Oyeleke in for side.
Go on, Chesterfield!
The Stockport team with Ben Hinchcliffe in goal.
Come on, boys!
Hogan, the skipper, Ryan Johnson across the back in midfield. Macaulay, Southern Hales, Will Cullen, Miles Hippolyte, his first start for the team, having been signed a week or so ago. Ryan Crosdale, Ryan Rydell.
Come on, boys!
Scott Quigley. The subs for County: Sam Minihan, Mark Kitching, Connor Jennings, Elliot Newby, Ollie Crankshaw, who started in the...
Come on, Sprites!
He's been replaced by Miles Hippolyte.
Are you doing the running commentary when it starts? Yes! Yes, Paul, I'm doing the running commentary when it starts. Just keep an eye on what's going on, but I'm also got it on Twitter as well, so it means I can read the chances that are happening, like word by word, what they've put. Chesterfield! 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 Please are on their way out! Cheer on the spotlights! Come on!
Probably hear the Stockport crowd as County come out led by Liam Hogan. We're getting the line-up just in front of us. Scott Loach in a yellow goalkeeper's kit. He's opposite number Ben Hinchcliffe in all green.
We're Chesterfield! We're on our way back!
Stockport in all blue bar, their white.
Come on, boys!
Paddy Madden with his new shaven head look. Third from the end, from the last one out is Macaulay Hales, the right wing back. Justin, the fitness coach, warming the Chesterfield players up in all red.
Come on, Danny Webb!
Go and check the net.
Managed 2 games, got us 2 wins.
You've got that
Come on!
tingling down your spine, haven't you? This is a big special match. It's not make or break. But my
That is true, it ain't make or break.
bragging rights.
Oh, well, no doubt it isn't make or break, but it does certainly have the potential to...
Be ramifications. True ramifications could happen if this, but it's not make or break. There's still a long way to go in the season.
That's banded around for these types of fixtures, but this is a 6-pointer, and you can feel it in the air. Both sets of fans already giving it some. It's a cauldron of noise here at Edgeley Park, and yeah, it's just moments away from kickoff. We cannot wait.
Johnny Webb out on the pitch, applauding the Chesterfield fans there too.
Danny Webb's bomb your head! Danny Webb's bomb your head! Danny Webb's bomb your head! Danny Webb's bomb your head!
Hardcastle Road running down at the old brick building. We're right on the halfway line there. The open end, seated open end to our left hand side, which for a year or two had been condemned. I don't think people haven't been standing on the terraces, but it's now seated up. And then there's a cover stand over the far side. The first block to our left, occupied by Chesterfield fans. Then there's a no man's land block, then 3 blocks of Stockport fans. And then, of course, the double-decker Cheadle end that dwarfs the rest of the ground here on the banks of the River Mersey. Always a good question, isn't it? Which ground's closest to the River Mersey? And it's Stockport. And, well, the preliminaries are all done. And, well, Chesterfield kicking towards their fans. So they do what Dagenham and Redbridge did on Saturday, Josh. And, well, you can hear the boos that Stockport won't be kicking in the second half towards their own support.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a bit of a tactical decision by Luke Kroll after winning the toss there. He was quite
Well, Kroll!
Signal his boys
There he
to
signalised that he's
the line
making...
and,
It's making us kick towards your main... If the Stockport fans, your big stand. So we're shooting towards there. We're shooting towards...
Notice Manny Oyeleke's got some gloves on.
There.
It was forecast to be,
So you're not kicking towards your fans in the first half.
even thinking Mandeville might
Being very clever.
No, he's got his gloves on.
it could be 35 degrees and Mandeville would still have his gloves on.
Yeah, smart gloves, the ones with icing or something like that. So Stockport will be kicking from left to right. They will be kicking off as well, and it will be Will Culler, the man with many assists, who will be kicking the ball backwards. There's a post there. There's nobody standing behind the post, so it looks as though he'll probably kick it to Ash Palmer. Referee Tallis gets us under.
There we go. We are underway, folks. Chesterfield versus Stockport from Edgeley Park. First versus second. Let's go. This ain't a 6-pointer. It is a 6-pointer, but it won't decide who win the league yet, because it's still a long way to go in the National League campaign.
Throwing over on the far side. It's taken short, and straight away Asante's pressurising.
Go on, Spotlights!
Back into their own half. And, well, it's brought
How are
back
you
inside
watching
to
this?
Ash Palmer.
Explorer which
Shimanga, and
D
it
Mel
crosses an error.
Melody.
The pass goes to
I
Owen.
am listening to it via radio. Radio.
His drive
I'm
towards
listening to it via
the
radio.
cutout, and now it's, the shaven-headed
Because
man
we got our own radio
towards,
station
Stockport.
now
He
at
takes
Chesterfield
that
Football
well.
Club.
He's on the edge of the box, and a brilliant charge down there by Kroll. And the ball just...
Well done, Crow!
And forward kindly for Miles Hippolyte, and Chesterfield have won a free kick as well. But a lovely piece of skill from Quigley to get the ball under control, but then fantastic from Kroll.
Chesterfield till I die. I'm listening to it on radio. But I'm reading you what they put on Twitter so you guys know what happens each time it happens. So it's going to be good. We're going to have a good old time together. Stockport Chesterfield fans, don't have any arguments in the chat. Be nice and have banter.
Goalkeeper Scott Loach to take this one right-footed, just too high for Asante, and it's headed forward by Liam Hogan. Madden gets the ball, but it's had it taken off him by Kroll, and he finds Asante.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Close to the left touchline, he's got Whittle for company, but a good challenge in from Hogan. Gives a throw to Chesterfield, level with the edge of the 18-yard area.
Let's start well today, folks.
Back out to Whittle. He's got a man with
Come on, boys.
short pass back to Mandeville. There's plenty of blue shirts, but Chesterfield playing a few neat short passes, and it's Asante in between the touchline and the 18-yard area. He's got to the corner of the 18-yard area now. His only option really is to play the ball behind him, but he's turned, and we know what he can do when he's got the ball at his feet. It's difficult to dislodge it. He's played it out towards King, who's got a header, and it hadn't got the strength on it or the direction of it, but it was a decent ball in from Asante, created that opening himself, and King was in a good position, but just didn't quite wrap his head round.
Yeah, it was tough for Asante there because he did really well to work the ball wide.
Come on, boys!
Kind of out of options. He was ganged up on quickly, as expected by those Stockport defenders. Did well just to turn and get a ball in, but yeah, just wasn't quite on the money there for Shimanga or King to attack it.
Goal kick picked up by Chesterfield, and a good turn from Shimanga. It's 2-on-2.
Go on!
Which is on the right side of the 18-yard area. He's got it onto his left foot. Gets it.
Oh!
It's well blocked at the back
Oh!
by Ash Palmer there. And that was a
Shimanga was on 2-on-2 and it got blocked.
The first instance by Chesterfield on the right hand side, but I think it was Jeff King.
Where are you watching this? Listen to it on radio, because Chesterfield we got our own radio station now, so it gets put on there now for the fans to listen to. That can't go to home games or away games. Can listen to it via radio, and that's what I do.
I thought he's got a shot away here. This has got every chance of hitting the back of the net, but then credit to those Stockport defenders, a last ditch block to prevent Chesterfield going 1-0 up.
If we go 1-0 up early doors, be proud, but we just got to keep going. Just got to keep going. Guys, if you guys like the stream, hit the like button. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new.
Off the foot of Ryan Croasdale. Well, Oyelek is using his weight to try and get that lovely little flick backwards, but it was nicked off his toes by a Stockport man, and it's played forward. Kroll clears it, hits Southern Hales, goes out for Chesterfield throwing left back territory. We're in 4th minute here, and Dave Challoner, gloves on, absolutely animated on the touchline just down in front of us. Can't see Danny Webb. Oh yeah, he's sitting down on the front row. It's a 2-road dugout here. The only man on his feet at the moment is Jason Barker, the kit man, who's just moving some training bibs or something out of the way. There's a ball played forward by...
Come on, boys!
Big shout from the Stockport fans saying that Fraser Kerr pushed over Quigley. It was nowhere near the ball. The referee was not too far away, but I think it was just a clash of two.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Just running into each other.
Yeah, that's all.
Come on, Chesterfield, let's go! Let's go! Guys, let me know in the chat. Do you like the background that I've picked for this stream? Do you like the background with the badges, then the 0-0, the timer, and the stadium? Do you like that? Just to let you know where we're playing at and the fixture.
Oyeleki gets in there, gets a left footer to it, just clicks the heels of Madden, goes out for a Chesterfield throw, just in front of Dave Challoner.
What interested me that Stockport ground is basically like Chesterfield old ground sort of game. It's around the houses, which I gotta give respect to because it's not easy having the ground around the houses because must be a bit.
It's forecast to be a bit breezy tonight, but Stockport man Croasdale jumped for that and gone out for a Chesterfield throw, but completely missed.
I'm also gonna let you guys know the scores in the other games if they win.
And I give it credit for it. It wasn't too breezy when it walked to the ground earlier. Kroll lays it back to.
Here we go, so we can check on the scores on the doors as it happens. But if anything happens, I'll let you guys know.
Rydell is back there, the left sider, and King blocks the clearance, and it's gone out for a throw in right by their own corner flag. So good work from King there. It was a decent.
It is Port Vale 1, Carlisle 0. Oldham 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Tranmere 1, Swindon 0. It's Notts County 1, Barnet 0.
Stockport's attack is so much based on their wing backs getting forward. So if Chesterfield can be on the front foot and get theirs forward and put their wing backs on a defensive duty, that's a big part of the battle that has got to be fought during the course of this 90 minutes between Dave Challoner and Danny Webb.
Lots of battles to be won all over the pitch tonight.
Throw in taken. It's knocked back to Jeff King. He's forced backwards but finds.
Guys, get involved in the chat. Let's get some questions in.
Fraser Kerr a little bit too far forward for Chimanga, and just as he got there, the flag went up, but goalkeeper Hinchliffe got hold of it, so no stop in play, and Stockport on the halfway line played it long from Hogan up towards Quigley.
Come on!
And is he shoved over from behind? But the referee was well positioned. Quigley apoplectic. He thinks he was shoved over by Fraser Kerr.
They're saying that Quigley got pushed over by the Chesterfield player, but the referee has not given it. Wow, that's a bit of surprise. If you get pushed over, usually I think it's a foul, but it depends.
Goes down, and you've seen those given as penalties before. I think Chesterfield might have just got away with one there.
Goal kick then to the Sparaks. Well, it's got that big match feel on the stands, and it's starting to have that big match feel on the park as well. 0-0 after 7 minutes here at Edgeley Park with Mayfield Tooley and Josh Marsh. Top v second.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Straight back by Stockport. Quickly, he's got the strength, hasn't he? He really has, and he's got round Grimes, and he's brought down right on the corner of the 18-yard area. And to be fair, Grimes has got no answer to him there. It
Hasn't been any big chances since the 3rd minute. Big chance, Chimanga did brilliantly. He beat his man, drives forward, he turns to the defender inside the area before firing his shot towards goal, which is well blocked by Palmer, who recovered well. Apart from that, nothing else has happened, folks.
A free kick in a very dangerous position. The yellow card goes up for Grimes as well. That's not what you want to see defensively from Chesterfield at all. I hope that they find the feet quickly and do what they were doing in the first couple of minutes when they looked a lot more settled than they currently do now.
Yeah, of course, Quigley won promotion from this division with Ian Everts Barrow, and joined Stockport in the summer this year. So he's not been rattling the goals in the league, but he scored 4 in the FA Cup, 4 in the National
So let's see.
Well, we've got Rydell standing over the ball. Is he going to take it, the left footer, and curl it in?
Incident on the 6th minute. Huge penalty appeal for Stockport. Johnson plays the long ball over the top of the defence. It looks like Scott Quigley is going to get there. The striker goes down after a challenge from Kerr, but the referee waived any appeal away. So interesting, that is. Interesting, folks.
Somebody had clipped Scott Loach. I didn't see anything there, but the way that Loach went down, you think that somebody might have had a little touch on him, and Liam Hogan is being called by the referee. So
guys, get your questions in the chat. Go on, you Chesterfield supporters. Let's back the town.
Chesterfield on the breakaway. Loach kind of went down as if he had been caught. Then Jeff King needlessly goes in and gives Hogan a bit of a push. Hogan makes a meal of it, of course, as you'd expect.
Grimes is in the book for a challenge on the edge of the area. Think, if I am correct, so I can read the rest for you, folks. It says here, Grimes is in the book for a challenge on the edge of the area. The result, free kick, is well blocked. That's within 9 minutes, so interesting there, folks. Interesting there. Get your question in the chat. It's Chesterfield 0, Stockport County 0.
Good header again there from Palmer that time, and as Chesterfield try and make some ground, they're putting pressure on Southam Hales, aren't they? And he's put one on a good flying challenge in from Asantis, conceded a throw-in, but they're really putting pressure on Macaulay Southam Hales, one of the key men for Stockport County in recent weeks. and meaning that he's having to think twice with almost everything he does.
Yeah, Chesterfield not giving that.
Just keep an eye on
any time on the ball at all, pressing really
the scores
hard
as well as
soon
it's
they
going
get
on,
touch
folks.
it, and, we're just hoping for one of these balls to kind of drop in between that midfield line and defensive line, so Chesterfield can start an attack from there.
Is
two players
Notts County 2, Barnet 0.
Sam Hale's accidental clash of heads right in front of the dugout, so straight away the physios are on there. Emma Young, Whittle looks in some discomfort, doesn't he? He certainly went straight down, and the way that he's moving his lower body, this has clearly hurt. So we can't. He's facing away from us. You know, he's relatively close.
So guys, get your question in the chat, like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Play has stopped here as Whittle is down with a head injury. Not good if you're a Chesterfield fan. I don't know who he would bring on in his replacement, but it's just like...
He was the man who used to have the towels in the stand at Tranmere, wasn't he, when so he could dry the ball. Every little area where there was a gap in the fence, there was a towel for Dave Challoner. And anyway, Whittle is on his feet.
So...
doesn't look as though he's got a cut on his forehead.
We're just seeing if there's any other goals happening, folks. Just giving a tad eye out. Lincoln 1, Morecambe 0 in League 1.
To take this. You're listening to 1866 Sport Live with Ideal Flooring. We've had almost 12 minutes, and it is Stockport 0, Chesterfield 0. As the drop ball played forward towards Asante, and he's done well and played it up towards Shimanga. There's plenty of blue shirts at the back there. They're defending, the attacking numbers. They were defending in numbers there as well. And a back pass to the goalkeeper, a little bit overhit. And
Come on, Chesterfield, get in the game, boys.
Shirt pulling there on the far side, but Stockport maintained possession. But Jeff King was really pushing up there, putting pressure on the goalkeeper. So he's back in position now. But Stockport back in their own half as well because of good pressing from the midfield. And they've gone long towards Quigley. And out on the left side, Rydell's picked it up, whips across him first time. It's deep. And well, Will Collar was really running in there, but it was a little bit too deep. But certainly one of Stockport's strengths from the wing-backs is getting early crosses in, and all of the attacking midfielders and the attackers know that's going to happen. Yeah. And Ryder, he didn't think about it, did he? He just put the cross in just a little bit.
Come on, Chesterfield, get you in the game, man. Come on.
Stockport, and that is going to be something for Chesterfield to look out for, and they've got to be organised, the defenders. I was just about to mention this, Phil. Fraser Kerrs had to get his shirt swapped because Quigley just about ripped it off his back in a previous kind of altercation when the ball was going over the top. I don't know how the referee didn't pick up on that because the shirt has literally been ripped off of Fraser Kerr's back, so he's had to swap shirts.
Yeah, he's no number now, the Chesterfield number 32, and the thing is, he's not being let back on the pitch now. He has now. So Chesterfield, a man down in a slip by Quigley. The ball played back to Loach by Grimes.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Flicked on by Asante, and Shimanga having a battle with Hogan.
Go on.
Just gets ahead to it. Didn't get any distance on it. Fell on the floor and cleared it while he was still on the floor. But again, Shimanga.
We're back on the way here, and Whittle is okay to continue, so that's good. From a Chesterfield perspective, that is good. That is good.
He was thinking about the early ball into the box, decided to play it out wide to King, now into Asante. His first touch wasn't good, and Chesterfield conceded a free kick. Jeff King, the man who's fouled Johnson over there. Free kick in left-back territory.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Hit the Stockport man on the head while they were just getting...
Chesterfield! Chesterfield! Chesterfield!
I wouldn't say the finest quality opening 14 minutes I've ever seen, Josh, but my word. It's two committed sides who clearly got some good footballers on display.
It's frantic. You can see how much both teams want to win this match, no doubt. Yeah, certainly defensive-wise, Stockport look like they're going to be a very tough nut to crack, but Shimanga is having a little bit of joy now and then.
Come on, Chesterfield. Guys, get your question in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new. It's Chesterfield 0, Stockport County 0.
On Mandeville there, on King rather, and King can't believe that the card action isn't coming out. I think it was Ryan Croasdale with the foul. Is the referee going to go up and have a word with Croasdale? Because that was a cynical foul from Croasdale. King had got away from him, hadn't he?
Yeah, it'd gone to ground. It was late. It looks like the most stonewall yellow card challenge you've ever seen. It stopped Chesterfield getting away on the break. I can't believe he's got away without a book in there, Croasdale, because it was, as you say, Phil, a cynical tackle.
It's Sam and Roberts, the two men on target for Notts. Free kick taken, flicked on by Santi, but a little bit too far for Whittle. But again, he's put some pressure on Macaulay Southern Hales, and he's made an error and conceded a throw in an attacking.
Good boys! Come on, Chesterfield.
Left-hand side. So that does seem to be almost deliberate tactic, doesn't it? As Whittle throws it into the box, so Santi knocks it back to Oil.
Come on.
He's put it to her, and he's a goal!
Yes! Chesterfield won the ball! Chesterfield won the ball! Come on, it's Kabongo! Come on!
What a finish!
Kabongo! Come on! Stockport! Come on, show us what you're fucking made of! Come on!
Crowd go wild.
Come on! Chesterfield are winning!
Typical Shimanga showing his absolute.
Kabongo! Kabongo! Where it matters most for the Spirites!
The best striker in the division delivers another moment.
The top goal scorer in the league! Put Spirites 1-0.
He was the coolest man in the ground as he stuck that one in.
Oh, Kabongo Shamanga! Oh, Kabongo Shamanga! Oh, Kabongo Shamanga!
Well, he's been working.
Krabby
Chesterfield paid for it.
has scored again for Chesterfield!
Get in.
Get in, Kabongo, lad!
So Stockport kickoff, trailing. That's only the third goal they've conceded in their last 11 starts, and it's the first goal.
It is Kabongo Shamanga puts the Spirites 1-0 up in this, folks. 1-0 Chesterfield.
Absolutely. I was just saying.
Oh, Kabongo Shamanga! Oh, Kabongo Shamanga! Oh, Kabongo Shamanga! Oh, Kabongo Shamanga! E-I-E-I-O! Ah-ah-ah-ah! E-I-E-I-O! Where are Chesterfield? Ah-ah-ah-ah! Where Chesterfield? Chesterfield! Where Chesterfield? Ah-ah-ah-ah! Come on!
What a lovely dink in as well for Shimanga.
Shamanga, where it matters most. Now, if Stockport want to go in the league, they're going to have to come and show us what they're made of. Because we're saying, come at us now.
Flies into the top corner. It's like he's got some kind of laser guided right foot. Where the
It's just
ball
like
just
douche,
going in the
douche,
goal every time.
and douche.
The man's brilliant.
The guy is a legend. The guy is...
And if you thought the finish, it's thrown to Chesterfield, by the way, on the far side, if you wonder what's occurring. And,
It's just an absolute bullet. Bullet.
Bullet.
Oh, he goes, oh my word, what a goal! I cannot wait for highlights to watch that goal. Because it's him again, it's Krabby!
It was, and he's clearly got a thing for hitting balls on the volley because...
He has a thing. Kabongo Shamanga has a thing. So far it is Chesterfield 1, Stockport County 0. And here we go. I don't believe... I don't know what I have just seen. Okereke has chipped the ball over the defence from the edge of the area to Shamanga, who takes the touch off of his chest. Then it's a first time volley on the turn. And he says on the turn into the top corner. What a goal, what a piece of skill. Yes, get in. That is getting a like from me. Could have that. Woo! Boys!
Outside, or maybe 3 yards outside the 18-yard area. So it's one of those that I would say better than
Chesterfield! Oh! 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 Where Chesterfield? Chesterfield! Oh, Chesterfield! Chesterfield! Oh! Oh! Come on! If you're going to be like that, come on.
It's hard to see. He's right over the other side.
Well, I just
Come on.
blast it waist high because anything can happen on there because it's not a shooting. Well, you never know. But I just bless. Anyway, it's played out to Jack McCall on the edge of the box. He's going to get a shot. Oh, I missed some power in that, but it was all.
Oh, Jack McCall, lucky!
Just outside the 18-yard area. So taking deflection.
Chesterfield! Oh! Danny went for me ahead! 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 The guy is a musical genius! And his name is Danny Webb. Oh, his name is Danny Webb. He's a fucking genius. And his name is Danny Webb. Danny Webb. Danny Webb, blow your head. Woo! Come on, boys. I'm just celebrating because I did not think we would score the first goal. Let alone do what he just did. Ah! Quasi Asante! It's 2-0. There's byrides. Could be heading to the Football League. We're getting close. This means the favourites could be going up. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, Quasi! Quasi!
Stockport haven't conceded for however many games.
Oh! Quasi Asante! It's 2! It's 2!
Speculative effort really from Asante. You never really but why not? He hits it down, takes a deflection wrong.
It's 2-0! Quasi Asante! Oh, it's incredible! Oh, isn't it incredible? Oh my God!
Page on Facebook. There's still an awful long way to go. Stockport score an awful lot of goals. Chesterfield have been 2-0 up against Barney.
We're Chesterfield! We're on our way back! We are going up! We are going up! We are going up! So we're going up! We are going up! So we're going up! We are going up! So we're going up! No, 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 no.
16 minutes, Shimanga, 21.
Where are all your Stockport now? Where's your Stockport? Where's your Stockport? Where's your Stockport? Woo! Get in! Yeah, a lot of supporters not going to be in here now because they're 2-0 down. 2-0 down to the mighty Spirits. Woo!
Owen quickly just eased Kroll off the ball, but the loose ball went kind of a Chesterfield, and again the ball played forward and headed.
Oh, but that's the league we go when we win the title. This is what we're saying. Where's Spice? Where's Spice? Where's Spice? Hey!
Only 2 conceded. They've conceded 2 in 21 minutes. Yeah, it'd be 900 minutes it took to concede 2, and they were both against Altrincham, a 5-1 and a 4-1 win. Yeah, so, they've not been in trouble for any of that time.
Absolutely stunned the fans here at Edgeley Park. All you can hear now are the Spyrite supporters going absolutely bananas behind that goal.
Bananas! Wait, that's our supporters, that's our fan base. Fucking bananas, we are fucking bananas.
I think he was trying to duck out the way and let it hit the Stockport man, but he got ahead to it, and it's again in orbit, and the man is the man who brings it down. He's got oil.
Oh, Quasi Asante! Oh, Quasi Asante!
King for company gets the cross in early. He's got a corner kick, so the first corner kick to Stockport County, and it's in front of their double-decker stand. Chesterfield, top of the league as we speak. But the first corner, Shimanga's up on the halfway line, being marshalled by 2.
Oh, it's a Quasi. Wow, a flick through.
Ryan Johnson is there for
Wow, Shimanga flicks the ball through to Asante. He takes one touch before firing the shot into the bottom corner. It looks like it might take a deflection on the way through. Come on! Here we go! This is turned out to be a great evening. So far, so good. Because it's Chesterfield 2, Stockport County 0 in the National League. I never thought you'd be seeing this tonight, folks. For me, I never thought I'd be seeing us 2-0 up. But guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new. Let's see what other results are going on around football at the moment. It's Derby County 1, Hull City 0. Derby, even though I'm not a Derby fan, I'm just so happy that they're winning a game of football because that club is in a perilous position. They look like they may not go past this season if they're not careful. And I hope they stay as a football club because as a football fan, as a football community, we do not want to see a big club with a history of British football as Derby County go from the British game. And it's sad to see, but the love that the that everyone in football, non-Derby fans, are having for this club is amazing.
There's lots
And it's 1-0 Derby, Forsyth with the goal.
crossing things
So that's a good thing for us. That's a good thing.
The free kick taken square to Oyeleki, who plays it forward, chip towards Shimanga.
Let's have a look. I'm just having a look at some news as well, folks, while we're here. It's still Chesterfield 0. Chesterfield 2.
20 minutes to the break. The clock
Stockport 0.
Oh, it does that when you're winning, Phil, doesn't it?
Ball play forward by Stockport up towards the halfway line. That midfield press.
Let's see what some of the scores are around the ground. It's Crew 1, Plymouth Argyle 0, MK Dons 1, Fleetwood 0, Lincoln 2, Morecambe 0, still Portsmouth 0, Burton 0, and Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wigan 0. It's Carlisle 1, Port Vale 1. It's Hartlepool 1, Barrow 1. Mansfield 1-0 at home to Colchester. Reece Oates with the goal. And it is not much else I can say, but so there's no goals in the Premier League. And Blackpool have just scored away at Coventry, 1-0 Blackpool. So guys, get yourselves in the chat. Let's get a bit of a convo started. Get a bit of a conversation going. It's Chesterfield 2, Stockport County 0. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a not a lot of views on here because all the Stockport County fans are basically all disappeared. Hello, 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 hello.
Whittle as adjudged to have jumped in illegally, but is the referee going to? Yeah, he's playing advantage because Sutton Hales is on some got a bit of space and he's had the ball taken.
Hello, let's go.
For a throw in.
Unfortunately, I can't pronounce your name. Unfortunately, I'll butcher it, but who do you support? Do you support Notts County or do you support Chesterfield?
They're not happy that Chesterfield are now kind of spoiling their rhythm, really. It has to be
spoiling their rhythm. We know what to do. That's what you do in your top of the league. You have like something to gain. You do something well. But at the moment, we're 2-0 up. If we can get to half time with this lead, I'll be absolutely ecstatic. Because we basically had like, I'd love to know stat-wise how we've actually been playing, but I don't think at the moment. It's Manchester United 1, Burnley 0 in the Premier League. Manchester United have just scored. Rafael Varane with the goal. Oh, it's gone to VAR. Oh, it's gone to VAR. Goal.
Blue versus red. Typical football match. Well, to think this is level 5 is just
pending. The goal, the ball is in the back of the net for Manchester United at Burnley.
And I think that's got him. Stockport have pulled one back.
Stockport have scored.
No, it's not been given.
It's not been given. Hey!
Over the line to
Sit down.
It hasn't been given. The linesman been given. The referee trips over Jack McCourt as they're running away, and you can hear the booing there. Well, I thought that
offside. The goal has not been given to Manchester United. Stockport thought they scored, and that goal has not been given because it turned out the goal did not cross the line.
But it looked like it flowed in off the inside of the bar and bounced over the line. The Sparrites frantically cleared it out of the goal mouth, but it looked to me like, yeah, the ball came in on the back post. I think it was Hogan who got the header to it. Bounced.
Yep, goal is ruled out for Rafael Varane for offside. Still 0-0.
Referee doesn't give it. Chesterfield get away with one, I think. Certainly Stockport absolutely incensed in the
Incensed. Stockport thought to have scored.
Down, but I don't think they're very happy with him at all, Phil. And sometimes when you're looking to get promotion, you need a bit of luck. Boy, if Chesterfield just had a bit of luck there.
Yeah, the ball hit the bar, came down. Stockport thought he crossed the line, but the referee and the linesman said it didn't. So, no goal.
2-0 up.
Oh, the luck is going our way, boys. The luck. I'm controversial circumstances at the end of the day, but I'm trying to be trying to be too middle grounded as I can.
The assistant referee, top job.
Top job.
Plays it out
Top job. I like that.
He'll get an early cross. There you go, straight away. First time.
I'll let you see here what it says. It says here, Stockport think they've scored. Palmer heads into the crossbar for a corner. From a corner, it bounced down. It looks like it crosses the line, but the linesman says otherwise and play continues. So, for me, that sounds a bit controversial. But when you're top of the league, like you see with most teams, when you're top of the league and you need luck, to go your way, the luck is going our way at the moment. So we just have to wait and see how it goes. I'm nervous, but we'll just try and see how it plans out.
Time not ticking away with Chesterfield in the lead.
We're 2-0 up, and 2 goals just came out of nothing.
Referee is insisting that's taken from the right place, and ironic cheers from the Stockport faithful just where Alex Whittle's standing there. Yeah, you've got to take the throw from the right place, but if it goes in,
just got to play as well as we can. And just, I'm just going to quickly check on some result. Oh my God, Sparrows till I die. Yeah, Stockport thought they scored, and it didn't cross the line. They thought they scored. They thought they scored, but the linesman said otherwise. Play continues. But hi, Chesterfield, Sparrow.
From Kroll there for a lovely tackle on Will Collar.
If we can get to half time with the lead, I will be in a happy mood right now.
Right side of the centre backs. Thrown it into Hippolyte, comes back out to Crowsdale.
You just got to be positive and be as positive as you can, and just do what we can do in whatever mode we can be in. Try not to be incensed, but what a moment! If that's the 2 goals, that means that we go on and win the league. Then this shows how important this win is to us. But we are 2-0 up, and we know where we have been from 2-0 up before, and what's happened. Torquay is the main example that we were 2-0 up and then we thrown it away out of the death. But we hope it doesn't happen again. But we're just gonna keep plowing along. Let's get to half time, 2-0 up, and I will be happy as a clam. Let's quickly let you guys know. I really need what time. I really need what time on that.
2 men preventing the short one being taken to Will Collar. And one of those men, Little, retreats to the edge of the 6. It's played deep to the far side. Good header in from Fraser Kerr. He's only gone as far as the box, not back into the danger area, but Kerr had got up and headed that one for a second time. And it's still up in the air, and it's still in the danger zone. Oh, and then Hippolyte just...
let's see what some of the scores are. Oh, has Man United officially gone 1-0 up again? Yeah, Man United are now officially 1-0 up. Paul Pogba with the goal. Man United did have a goal ruled out a few minutes earlier, but now they have scored a legitimate goal scored by Paul Pogba.
In the live table, Chesterfield on 56 are 7 points ahead of Boreham Wood, who've got 3 games in hand as we stand.
Luton Town are 1-0 up against Barnsley. Fulham are 1-0 up against Millwall. Accrington Stanley are 1-0 up against Oxford United. Sunderland are 1-0 up away at Cheltenham. Portsmouth are 1-0 up at home to Burton. Bolton are 1-0 up at home to Charlton.
It's played out to Rydell, who's got a lot of space, but he just
2-0. Now Oldham is against Bristol Rovers. Scunthorpe are 1-0 up at home to Walsall. It's now 3-0 Notts County versus Barnet.
Hippolyte, first time crossing from him, it's low. Sliding in there is Mandeville. He plays it back to Kerr, and Jeff King's got it.
So guys, get your likes in the chat. Sub to the channel if you are new.
Put into touch by Ryan Johnson for a cheap throw for Chesterfield, and just bounced with his fist by Jeff King there. And again, sort of that fist pumping scenario, really, isn't it? And Chesterfield with the throw. Going to be taken by Fraser Kerr. No number on his back after that.
Come on, boys! Let's get to half time, and I'll be happy. A happy boy.
We've got Bron has just said he's just looked at the replay and he looks way over the line. So I don't know where he managed to see a replay, but well done him for finding one.
Yeah, to the naked eye, it did. It looked a yard over, to be honest, Phil. I mean, yeah, I think all of us.
Everton are 1-0 up away at Newcastle. Everton are 1-0 up. Unless Jamal Lacelso, own goal. Lacelso, 1-0 Everton.
So ball play forward by Shimanga to Asante is in the box. Oh, and he's just not quite got the corner out of that. It looked as though he just played it off Ash Palmer, and the trajectory of the ball off Palmer's shins just took the toenail of Asante. Goal kick very quickly taken by Stockport. They are in a rush. And I tell you what, I bet they're not being rushed by that. And they've been pressed to play it back to the goalkeeper as well. Now Mandeville's coming across to press Hogan, who delivers long towards Madden, beaten in the air by.
Guys, get involved in the chat. Like, sub, and subscribe if you are new.
Nails, and it looks shouts for a foul by the Stockport fans. A little shove by Oyeleki, but if it was a shove, it was the lightest shove you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, quite streetwise though. I did think there by Manny Oyeleka, just making sure that Stockport.
Come on, let's keep going, boys. Keep going. Keep going, Spy Lights. Let's get to half time in this lead.
Again, they're on the referee's back for everything now.
It's Chesterfield throw, which Luke Kroll's taken about 10 yards walk as well. And this is almost as streetwise that Chesterfield was showing early in James Rowe's career when they won 1-0 at Sutton. They're out Suttoning Sutton. And at the moment they're out Stockport in Stockport, but there is a long time to go. 9 to the break. You are listening to 1866 Sport with Ideal Flooring. Click chesterfieldcarpets.com. 36 played. Stockport 0, Chesterfield 2. And Josh Marsh, Chesterfield winner throw in on the far side, and the Chesterfield fans too are left hand side. Can't quite believe what they're seeing.
No, I think
it's like a pure shock. It's like a pure shock of emotion that we didn't even believe we'd be 2-0 up. But I wouldn't believe it myself if I say it.
A quick fire double from Shimanga and Asante, which has so far been the difference between the two teams. And I think Chesterfield, despite having to do a lot of defending, have been good value for those 2 goals because they've attacked well when they've needed to.
Played over the top by Stockport, and far too over the top. And Scott Loach does that familiar gather it. You can see Paddy Madden coming down, so he just falls onto his chest, stands up, rolls it overarm to Luke Kroll, passes it to the halfway line, and Whittle. First time ball into the gloved Oyeleki, who well, he had the ball blocked, but he got it back second time. He's played it down the touchline, but Whittle's not going to get there before it goes out into touch. In fact, the referee didn't give it into touch. It's gone out for a goal kick. And, well, Liam Hogan's saying, well, it went out for a throw. Well, to be honest, I think a goal kick's a better...
Come on, guys, let's get to half time.
I'd accept that. But it did hit the line, and in the flight, it looked as though it might have gone over the line. But obviously this official, Mr. Top on this side, isn't too sure what lines are for.
Don't tell him anything, Phil. It's working for us.
Madden receives from the back, drops it down to Collar. And a great challenge by Mandeville. I think he's won the throw as well. Oh no, he's given that to Stockport. That did look like a Chesterfield throw, but to be fair, you know, Chesterfield have had a run of luck so far. So it's a Stockport throw, 20 yards from the corner flag on this near side. The Stockport right, still Grimsby 0, Kings Lynn 0, Southend 0, 4th place Bromley 0. Throw in one in the air by Luke Kroll. It's another throw in, a few yards further forward than the previous one. So Hogan, the skipper.
Guys, I'm just going to pop off just for a few minutes. Won't be long.
He's got movement in front of him. I think he's going to go a little bit longer. No, he's taking it shorter to Collar, back to Hogan. Cross goes in, and Jamie Grimes gets a left foot wrap round that, hits it outside the box, but the danger's not cleared. But Mandeville just gets a little header, and he's found Whittle, and Whittle's going down the middle. He's got blue shirts all round him. He's clipped right in front of the referee. Free kick in the 10-yard circle, and Hippolyte is being called over. He's been spoken to by referee Tallis. Is he going to get the card out? I think he has got it out, but it's the other side of his body if he has. He's pulling Hippolyte away from Paddy Madden, who's getting involved there. And the referee telling Madden to go away, so he moves half a pace back. There goes the yellow card, and Hippolyte is in the book on 39 minutes. 2-0 Spyrites lead. 16 minutes Shimanga, 21 minutes Asante. Crackerjack finish from Shimanga over his shoulder, and Asante speculative left footer from the box edge took a deflection and took it beyond Benton's.
Yeah, just going back to that challenge there, Phil, and I thought, even though Alex Whittle was bursting away, I don't think Hippolyte needed to bring him down and take that booking. There were about 4 Stockport players surrounding him, and I thought the attack was about to peter out, but now Chesterfield in a good position to perhaps put one over the top again and into the Stockport penalty area.
Well, Jeff King's got it right on the end of the 10-yard.
God, Chesterfield, let's get some more goals.
Square. He's played it up towards Fraser Kerr, too high, but headed up into the air by Hogan, who's kept the ball alive from a Chesterfield perspective. And McCourt plays it into the danger area.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Gets the header, and the keeper Hinchcliffe takes it under pressure from Shimanga. The goalkeeper was always the favourite, but with Shimanga jumping in at you, you've got to have one eye on the man, one eye on the ball, and everything along those lines.
Everton 1, Newcastle 1. Goal scored by Hogan, own goal.
I've seen the pitch not be true.
Derby are 2-0 up at home to Hull.
And a fantastic headed to keep the ball in by Stockport, where he's gone into the crowd, and Whittle is going to be booked for a little bit of a shove. And well, I'm not sure who the Stockport player is because he's disappeared. I assume it's Macaulay Southern Hales.
Ipswich are 1-0 up away at Doncaster.
Booked. And yeah, it is Southern Hales, and comes out of the crowd and he's patted on the head by Whittle. But
It's Hartlepool United are 2-1 up.
Flying into the crowd that got the booking because it wasn't a bookable foul, was it? If it was
Hartlepool are 2-1 up at home to Barrow.
Whittle kind of swung a boot at the ball, not realising what was around him, and I think his boot might have just slightly caught the Stockport man. And I mean,
his dive was evasive action more than
he's
anything,
always going to make a meal of it, of course he is, and it's worked for them. Whittle's in the book for something quite innocuous.
And free kick taken, it's a poor one, it's cleared away by Asante, and the goalkeeper's about 30 yards outside his box, and he could just look up and see Kabongo Shimanga coming at him, headed forward from the clearance by Stockport County. They're on the right side of the 18-yard area, being forced by Whittle back to the corner flag, and Chesterfield, you know what, done well to get a throw in out of that. The cross coming in from Will Collar hit Whittle and then bounced back onto the Stockport man, so throwing right down by the corner flag. 3.5 minutes to the break. Get those social medias in at 1866 Sport on Twitter, 1866 Sport page on Facebook. Josh will, well, I think you're already collating them somewhere, aren't you? I want to mention there's a fair bit. We've had thousands of you listening in tonight for this massive game at the top.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Not season defining, win, lose, or draw, but my word, it'll feel like it. And Chesterfield just eased that ball out for a goal.
Guys,
with,
like, subscribe to the channel if you are new.
held away from the ball by skipper Kroll. Second match as captain. Came back from behind against his former club Dagenham.
Like I said, like,
Saturday,
subscribe if you are new, folks.
2 penalties from Shimanga. And of course Shimanga's got his 24th league goal this season, 25th in all. McCall flicked on by
Come on, boys, let's get a third.
Well, it's Barchester, they picked him up again, and
Come on.
Oiler driving through the middle. He's got a lot of work to do, and he just runs into a cul-de-sac of blue shirts, and it's the opportunity. Oh, that was just an aimless ball. Chesterfield leave it between the Fraser Kerr and Jamie Grimes, and Jamie Grimes comes to the rescue and does absolutely brilliant, but Matt's got the ball back.
How are we shy when we are winning 2-0 against a side who haven't conceded for that long?
High kick in. And not given as a foul by the referee, but that one by Mandeville was. As we've got 90 seconds.
Well, we've got good players.
Into half time. We've got 2 goals.
And that's it.
3 bookings, I think I've got written down. So there's going to be a couple of minutes of additional time at the end. We've had the treatment on.
All we're bothered about is just getting promoted, that's all.
Well, I have to say the physical element of Chesterfield's game today has moved up 14 notches.
Yeah, there's been a lot of tackles flying in, a lot of boots and elbows.
Someone scored.
And Chesterfield are certainly here to spoil the party, aren't they? They're definitely the pantomime villains of this show.
Portsmouth are 2-0 up. Get in.
Front into the break as Grimes, who made amends for that hesitancy.
Still Wednesday, 0-0 against Wigan, for fuck's sake. But that would be a difficult game. We expect Wigan to win that.
Corner to Stockport in the dying embers of this first half. That's 4-0 on corners.
Wow, and Riso to score for Mansfield.
Here on 1866 Sport Live with Neil Tooley and Josh Marsh. Last chance to get those socials in.
Oh, Will's throwing a beating Yeovil.
Stockport do nick one before the break. 25 seconds of normal time remaining. Corner comes in. It's played deep again, and it's got out for a goal kick. The Stockport fans shouting for a shove on Liam Hogan, but the referee was in the perfect position to spot that. And the ball went out without touching anybody for a goal kick. The referee, Mr. Tallis, and his assistant, Mr. Top, are not endearing themselves well.
Yep, even though the other goal originally ruled out for offside by Varane.
Yeah, I don't think
4 minutes to go.
Sorry, Phil, just to cut you off there, but yeah, I did think that there wasn't really much in that one. I thought that there was maybe the.
Come on, Chesterfield. Let's get to half-time and then lead. I'll be happy.
The fact that the referee's given a lot of decisions against them and really trying to get on his back and put pressure on him. But
Ooh, Coventry have equalised.
that time, no penalty for me.
Wilston 1, Yeovil 0.
Oh, Barnsley have just equalised.
Still Notts 3, Barnet 0, by the way.
Colton Morris for Barnsley.
Stockport with a throw just down in front of Whittle just shut on. Is another.
And I will not say the goal scorer's name for Coventry because I would butcher up his name like it is absolutely offensive.
Perspective. And,
What?
both physios on to
Because I've never really...
respective players.
Yeah, because I know names like that. I'll butcher. I can't... Sometimes I butcher up Italian names and some of them are easier to say. Yeah, like Simone Verdi. I do it in Italian.
Clear of Stockport. Bromley up to third position. They're
It's Italian with a British accent. Or British with an Italian accent.
Goal difference plus 20. They've got plus 16 Bromley, but
No,
point from Bromley.
no. What I mean is, you could be Italian but live in the UK, but then end up having it's called an Italian with a British accent. So you'd be speaking like Italian, but you have a bit of a British. No, but the way I'm sound. But I'm just saying the way I'm speaking, the way I said that was like that, as an example.
I think we might be on a bit of overtime at 9:45 tonight, Josh.
Yeah, I think we'll be pretty.
Oh, Wednesday 0-0 at half time against shitty ass Wigan.
Start for me in the morning.
Oh, shame.
I think if the score stays the same,
Is that work related?
Put the match on.
Or are you up in jollies?
Nah, I can't put the match on because one, copyrightisation, and one is better on radio for me. So means I can check other stuff.
Yeah, it'll be a good event in the morning.
Where's that at?
Also copyritisation, mate.
Oh, right. Have to nip into Inkersall Road and have a wander around there.
Yeah, you might be able to get yourself a bacon sandwich or a croissant while you're at it.
And it's the Stockport man.
Oh, it's now 2-0 Lilstone.
Still, Oyelecki's on his feet. He's ready to come back.
Ooh, so Stockport having a bit of bother.
Because I could just see him standing in front of me.
Now with a little bit of an injury.
And it is. Let's have a look. No, he's still not turned around to show me his number. It's probably. Let's have a look who's not there. I can't see Will Collar. So. He's got quite light hair, Will Collar, but he's in shadows at the moment, so you can't quite see if it's a light hair player. But they do seem to be holding something down on.
Come on.
Guy, so I think he might have a cut. Now, of course, they'll have the opportunity.
Come on, Burnley, score against shitty ass Man United.
It is Will Collar. I can just see the number 4 on his back. He's number 14. Number 4, Liam Hogan is standing up. So yeah, and that is definitely something just above his left eye, and they put a bandage on it to try and get him through to half time, and then doctor him up at yeah, they put a big bandage on his head. So yeah, they'll be able to glue that up or whatever. Get those last gasp socials in at 1866 Sport, 1866 Sport Facebook now, don't you? And we'll be also James is back at 1866 HQ with the highlights package, so you'll be able to listen to those 2 goals again at half time, relive the 16th minute Shimanga, the 21st minute Asante.
There we go. Come on, go Shimanga yet again.
And, get the nail file out to make the nails all A-OK again. And get ready for 45 minutes of furious football at the summit of the National League. Well, Will Collar's on his feet now, big bandage round his head. Not quite terrible.
Come on, Chesterfield.
But yeah, if he's okay, sensible thing to do with it being that close to half time. They can do whatever proper doctoring they need to do. So Oyelecki and Collar, as soon as the referee blows his whistle, it's a Stockport throw. And we'll still have
Come on, Chesterfield.
Play, I would say, of the 4 that were added. We've already had 5, but there'll be another 3 minutes to play, I would think. So good.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Chesterfield's been doing that on the throws as well. It's one in the air by control and heading forward.
Nah. It's just nah. It's just that we already know we got this game won.
Whittle's forcing Southam Hales towards the corner flag, but he gets a good cross in, and McCook gets something on that, but it's
come on.
Shot goes in wide, and has that taken a deflection out for a corner kick? Well, certainly the Stockport fans, well, the players thought it did, and I think when the players were appealing, the fans joined in. The fans didn't initially join; it's gone out for a goal kick.
Way!
Chesterfield having
They are Stockport shite.
Certainly that effort, we think, from Hogan did seem to go over the line after 28 minutes when it was 2-0. And I think Chesterfield do win this game. I think that Dave Challoner might just mention that in his post-match interview.
Do you think?
Go on, boys, let's get to half time.
Goal kick taken, one in the air by Hogan, out for a Chesterfield throw. So we've all lost track of time a little bit, but I reckon there'll be another 2 minutes of this first half remaining as the throw in going to be taken by Luke Kroll, who's been told by the fourth official, Mr. Aspinall, just to hurry things up a little bit, but a little bit like Liam Hogan in the first half, didn't really listen to him. Takes the throw, headed partially away by the team in blue, but Chesterfield pick it up once more, and the ball runs out for a Stockport throw-in on the attack. And Paddy Mann was looking to take it quickly, but he looked up and there was nobody there, so he's left it to Hogan. Chesterfield just need to hold out till half-time now. Hogan throws it into Quigley, chests it down. He's got Grimes for company, back to his skipper Hogan, who's got Asante for company, who gets the tackle in. It's gone out for a throw deep down by the corner flag on the right-hand side from Stockport.
Oh, boys!
2-0 the Sparrites lead. Looking forward to your views at half-time as well. Long throw this time and headed away by Grimes. Knocked back into the danger area by Crowsdale. Chesterfield clear it once more. Volley up into the air from the back by Chesterfield, and dangerous nod across the area by Stockport.
Come on!
Clears that.
Referee, blow the whistle for Christ's sake.
Akwasi Asante for company, and Chesterfield pick a throw in on the far side, and well, I think that might see them through to the break with that 2-0 lead intact.
Come on!
2-0 since the 21st minute against a team that had only conceded 2 goals in their last 10 matches in all competitions.
Yeah, it's just been a long.
Sort of perspective. Not a good throw from Jeff King. Goes straight. Oh, it never came back in actually, and it is half time.
There we go, half time.
Tallis blows his whistle. Chesterfield lead thanks to goals from Shimanga and Asante.
Half time. Chesterfield 2, City are Stockport 0. There we go. That's right.
Chesterfield, you know what? It feels like we've been doing defending for the majority of this half, but that's because they've been sat on a 2-0 lead from very early on in this game, and I think it's a testament to the Sparrites for they've gone forward, they came out of the traps.
Testament to the players and a testament to the 2 goal scorers, our 2 strikers.
Pressed, and then when they've needed to defend, they've defended valiantly, they've defended well, they put the odd cheeky foul.
Except Shimanga's goal is literally was better than our second.
Slightly aided by the referee, as you can hear.
And also Stockport should have scored. They thought they scored when the ball hit the crossbar and they thought it crossed the line. And from what I've heard, the ball crossed the line, the linesman didn't give it.
If they can keep it like this for the next 45 minutes, we'll all be going home absolutely pleased as punch with this team, because wow, no one expected. I didn't expect.
Not really. That would have been the chance, because it was clearly from what I heard from our end. It was about a yard over the line, and still the linesman didn't give it. But it's like what commentators were saying. Said you need that sort of luck when you're at the top, and usually teams at the top of their league always get that sort of luck going your way when you're up there. It's just unfortunate it's not gone for Stockport and it's gone for us. But the first goal, I cannot wait for the highlights for that game now, because they're saying that this might be goal of the season for the league. Because what was it? Oyeleke got the ball. He basically chipped it over the entire defence of Stockport. Shimanga then chested that ball down, basically turned and then volleyed it into the top corner. And usually you see that sort of goal scored at either Liga and Premier League in the top 5 leagues. You don't really see that at that level, goals like that. That's why I won't be surprised if in the summer, if we do go up or win by playoffs or whatever happens, he'll end up going into the Football League because he's that sort of player that deserves to go up to play in the Football League because he's scoring goals. I think he could do well for a club, but depends who wants him. Because as you know, team players from non-league can go up to the Football League and not play as well as they do in non-league. But Paul Mullins shows that you can do both. So I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. It won't be long. I am back, folks. See what you guys have put. Yeah, it's all gone quiet just because it's half time. Yep. That's typical. Stockport giving all the big one and then now they've all left. Didn't see this coming. I'm just saying I didn't see this coming because, it's like you said, we would think we'd lose if you're against a team that won 10 games in a row. You would think you're going to lose. So it's a bit of a shock to be 2-0 up out of nothing. Yeah, it was weird because the stream was doing quite well, and as soon as we go 2-0 up, the views just went down and down and down. They went further and further down the second we scored the second. Literally, a lot more people left. So I bet most of them are all Stockport, and I think that's the reason why. I even had one person before we even kicked off saying Stockport were going to win 3-0. I didn't say a score. I just think we would win. I didn't care what score it would be. Surprised you're not going on Vanguard or something. Oh, okay. It sounds like he's on the goal scoring form for Mansfield at the moment. Reece Oates scored again. Wow. How interesting is this? He's had one shot the entire game and it's gone in. Wow. Yep. And funnily enough, both of the goals of the season for the next 2 years could potentially all be against Stockport, because that one was against Stockport. What he did, and that's a difficult place to go. It's Stockport, very difficult place. Hopefully second half. Well, there's not much I can say because we're already playing that good. There's not really any more positive I can put. Just go, keep it 0-0. Basically, if you get a third, then it's game over. Just see what... Here we go. FIFA Club World Cup from earlier today. Al Hilal of Egypt 2-0. Palmeiras 2. So Palmeiras are in the final. So if we win tomorrow against Al Hilal, we'll be playing Palmeiras in the final. And they're going to be a lot more harder to beat. Because they're a side that's basically done something that not a lot of South American teams have not done, which is retain the Copa Libertadores, which is even harder to do than retain the Champions League. So it sounds like the only thing we got to be careful about if we do win our game is that Palmeiras are known for doing fast counter attacks. So we can't have too many players going forward. If we get to the final, because that's how they scored both their goals. Are both on fast breaks. We don't even know yet if Mason Mount is even going to start or even play tomorrow, because they're saying that they literally don't know if he's even going to play or be on the bench. And you know what happens the last time Mason Mount was out? We could hardly win a game. Because out of all the wingers we've got, he's one of our best wingers. But they're gonna assess him tomorrow to see if he's all right to start. I think, if I can remember, the last time Palmeiras got to the final was in 1999. And who did they get beaten by? The Champions League winners, which were Manchester United. So could it happen to them again with us? Maybe.
Live. Welcome back to Edgeley Park, where the Spiders lead 2-0. Chesterfield team back out. We're waiting for Stockport to come. Excuse me. Wilson have gone 2-0 up against Yeovil, and I've had a text from somebody telling me Southend are leading Bromley. That's not come through on my computer yet, but it says Southend 1, Bromley 0. So not on my computer yet, but I'm sure somebody's got Twitter, which will be a little bit quicker. We didn't give you the scores in the other matches, which I'm sure if you're interested in any you'll know, but I'll quickly run through. Newcastle 1, Everton 1, West Ham 0, Watford 0, Burnley 0, Man U 1 in the Premier League. The Championship, Coventry 1, Blackpool 1, Derby 3, Hull 0, Fulham 1, Millwall 0, Luton 1, Barnsley 1, Stoke 0, Swansea 0 in the League 1, Accrington 1, Oxford 0.
God, Chesterfield.
Oh, Hobson makes it 2 for Southend now. Yeah, Twitter is quick. Hobson 2-0 against Brom. That's good for Chesterfield as well.
Yes, a result is going our way as well tonight. Bromley are losing.
Crew 1, Plymouth 0, Doncaster 0, Ipswich 1,
Get in.
0, MK Dons 1, Gillingham and Cambridge goalless, Lincoln 2, Morecambe 0. Notice that Kyle Leatheran has left Morecambe today, somebody was saying earlier on. Portsmouth 2, Burton 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wigan 0, Wycombe 0, Shrewsbury 0.
Oh, Farnborough beating Chatham United. I've been to Farnborough's ground.
Forest Green Rovers 0, Rochdale 1.
Quite very modern and quite big for that standard of football.
Town 1, Colchester United 0, Northampton 0, Newport 0, Oldham 2, Bristol Rovers 1. Beat Scunthorpe, didn't they, under John Sheridan at the weekend. Scunthorpe 1, Walsall 0, Stevenage 0, Bradford 0, Sutton 0.
Players are on their way out. We're just waiting now for the referee to blow his whistle for the second half to begin.
That's the host coming back out. Don't think there's any substitutes. That's the referee coming back out. No. So Chesterfield, Loach, Kerr, Grimes, Kroll.
Come on, boys.
McCourt, Whittle, Mandeville, Asante, and Shimanga, the two latter names, the two scorers. Whittle in the book, Grimes in the book for the hosts. Hinchcliffe, Palmer, Hogan, Johnson, Southam, Hales, Collar, Hippolyte, who's in the book, Crowsdale, Rydell, Madden, and Quigley. On the bench for Chesterfield, Miller, Williams, Kellerman, Quigley, Carn. For Stockport, Minion, Kitching, Jennings, Newby, and Crankshaw. Referee is Scott Tallis. Chesterfield in all red will be kicking towards the packed Cheadle end. That's the home end, left to right. Stockport in blue, blue, white will be kicking towards the thick end of 2,000 Chesterfield fans. All stood up in the seated open area to our left, and there's a few more in the family stand over on the far side. Not full, the family stand. There's, well, Stockport just playing a little game between themselves at the moment with the ball, but there's two balls on the pitch again, not for the first time today. And Ryan Crowsdale, well, I'm not sure what Stockport are trying to do here. They're just taking a long time to get this ball off the park. There's one on the centre spot ready, and we're waiting. That's why we were waiting for Will Collar, who, if you remember, had a knock on his head. He's come out with a bandage on, but I suspect they were just finishing. Well, that'll be why they've waited a little bit.
Yeah, I thought, what are they waiting for? Yeah. Surely they can't wait to try and get attacking. But
as we start the second half, that was a good tactic to keep a second ball on the pitch, wasn't it? So Chesterfield kicking towards the massed ranks of Stockport fans to our right hand side, instantly win a throw in an attack.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Jack King waits for the ball to be fielded out to him. And, throws it into Mandeville, who squeezes it round to Asante. Is he foul? No, says the referee, and it's nicked off the score of the second goal's toes. And good charge down from King, and not only does he stop the ball being cleared, he maintains possession of it, plays it back to McCaw. His ball volleyed away by Ryan Johnson up towards the halfway line where Ayoleki is waiting. And neat football from Chesterfield, played forward by King, cleared away by Johnson. Hippolyte takes it, which nicked off his toes by Jack McCaw. Mandeville can't quite get there, and a little shove by McCaw on Hippolyte means he gets the ball back, but the clearance from Chesterfield is, the ball forward from Chesterfield is cleared away by Stockport, and right foot Jamie Grimes puts it onto the roof of the stand. I think it's going to bounce back into play. Oh, it's not come back down yet. No, it's got stuck. There must be a gutter. It's come back down now. 2 balls again. But, it's going to be Ryan Johnson with the throw in. And again, he's got precious little movement in front of him.
Hey, Wednesday 1-0 against Wigan.
And a good bit of work from Crow. Oh, and he's brought down there by Fraser Kerr, who feels that he made a meal of it, the Stockport man there, but he's got the free kick, and it's 5 yards inside the left-hand touch line, 8-9 yards away from the corner of the 18-yard area, so it's going to be a left foot put in by Ryan Rydell, I would think, although Will Collar,
come on, just keep going. Come on, boys.
Is standing there as well. There's a 2-man Chesterfield wall outside the 18-yard area as Rydell takes the ball in, and it's bobbled about awkwardly, but there is a Sante to clear it.
Ooh, Derby a 3-0 up against Hull, and Stoke a 1-0 up against Swansea.
Good play by Asante.
And Fulham a 2-0 up against Millwall.
The ball out for a goal kick, and in frustration, Paddy Madden pulls him over, and it's a free kick just inside the box to
Plymouth have equalised away at Crewe. Fleetwood a 1-1 home to MK Dons. Burton have got one back against Portsmouth.
Rodriguez, and it is confirmed on my computer now. Southend 2, Bromley 0. So
Port Vale 2-1 up against Carlisle. Rochdale 1-0 up against Forest Green.
Goal kick from Loach goes straight into
Crawley 1-0 up against Harrogate Town.
Their own half on this near side, taken quickly by
now 2-1 between Oldham and Bristol Rovers. Bradford 1-0 up against Stevenage.
Fraser Kerr's got a number on his back again now, so
it's now 4-0 Notts County against Barnet.
Oyeleke picks it up in the centre. It's been marshalled by Collar, plays it out to Whittle.
And it's Southend 2, Bromley 0.
One of them's Mandeville, who receives and plays it straight out to Kroll on the far side. Tries to chip it forward for Shimanga, not successfully. And Chesterfield maintain possession. They're a little bit lucky there, and they've conceded a throw on the far side now. The Stockport County right. Shimanga on 16, Asante on 21, the 2 scorers in this match so far. And listening in great numbers back in North Derbyshire and around the world. Thank you for choosing to listen to the game, the big game on 1866 Sport.
Come on, boys!
Of course,
come on.
Weymouth. That looked offside, but no flag goes up. And Quigley, corner of the 18-yard area, has got Grimes just does enough. And the loose ball falls to Kroll, who clears it up towards Whittle, who his clearance goes into touch. Yep, we will be at Weymouth, of course, the place where James Rowe started his Chesterfield managerial career. Is somebody else going to be starting a managerial career, or will it still be Danny Webb? The questions for tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, aren't they? But Danny Webb, so far, 2.5 and a bit games in.
Can we have Danny Webb as interim manager to the end of the season, because he does a good job?
The ball cleared by Chesterfield. Asante
On the verge of having 3 games, 3 wins.
First, but he's hassled by
Lucky.
A great challenge from King, and he's put Asante. A foul has been given very late. And
so why would you guys go through and then blow the whistle for a free kick that was originally not going to be given?
It's a red card. But, well, I thought he'd played on. Jeff
What?
King has been sent off.
Well, to me, Phil, it looked a brilliant tackle from King. He goes in quite hard. He goes in very firm.
Chesterfield are down to 10. Chesterfield are down to 10 men.
And he's gone down on the deck now.
He's gone down.
Chesterfield are down to 10 men for no reason.
maybe that's the referee evening things up for the first half. I'm not sure, but to me that didn't look like a red card challenge. Like I said, he went in hard, he went in firm, he won the ball. Chesterfield were about to go on the attack. All of a sudden, about what seemed like 5 seconds later, the referee decides to blow his whistle and send King off.
It looked as though he played on, didn't he?
It was a strange decision to me. It looked like he was happy for play to continue. I don't know, maybe he stopped and had a think about it, but to then stop and think about it, blow your whistle, and then pull a red card out. Bizarre refereeing there, and Chesterfield are going to have to try and defend this 2-goal lead with 10 men on the pitch. It's I think it's going to be kitchen sink stuff from Stockport from here on in.
Yes, it is. No question about that. It's hard enough with 11 men on the field. So Jeff King, who of course was suspended for 5 bookings.
That is never sending off. Never. If he's won the ball, you let the play go on and then you blow the whistle 5 seconds later. Then what's the point of letting them play on?
And, Stockport are getting ready to make a substitution. I think they've got, I think Elliot Newby was...
but we're still going to win. We're still going to
He's got a
win.
bit of work to do here now, hasn't he? But,
He certainly has.
Well, Tyrone Williams is coming on, actually.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Get another defender on. Just try and bolster up that back line and just keep the ball out at all costs, because this is going to be an incredibly difficult last 40 minutes or so still on the clock, plus injuries. It's going to be tough from here on, and even with a 2-0 lead. Chesterfield will do well, I think, now to get anything out of the game despite having that cushion.
And a difficult call for Danny Webb, because you've got to think he's going to take a striker off. But Asante, this hold-up play is so good, so do you take Chimanga off?
No.
I'm not
That's
sure.
a difficult call, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Or do you take Mandeville off and drop Asante back a little bit? But in that number 10 role against Aldershot, he showed that...
Oh, Newcastle are 2-1 up.
When you're a man short, is it?
Is it an own goal?
Role, so, well,
No, Fraser has got finally an actual goal scorer.
And we've not any indication of who's coming off yet. But Jeff King is off. Chesterfield are down to 10 men. They lead 2-0, but there's another 40 minutes.
Come on, Chesterfield.
And Stockport will sniff an opportunity right now.
Sniff the opportunity. They got no chance. They got no chance. We're 2-0 up and cruising.
We've got Chief Steward there. Not quite sure what that's all about. And we've still not got the 4th officials board up to see who's going on. And none of the Chesterfield players are making their way to this near touchline, aren't they? So had 1 or 2 long breaks in play today. And those injuries in the first half. Well, the 4th official's got his board. They are, of course, one-sided in the National League, so he'll hold it up the other way first. So whoever's coming off can see. And I think it might be Mandeville, you know. It looks like a 0, I could just see under his armpit. So is it going to be 10? So anyway, no, it's Asante. It's Asante that's...
Oh, Quasi Asante. Oh, Quasi Asante.
You know, Quasi Asante, he deserves that ovation from the Chesterfield supporters, no doubt about it. But unfortunately, it's just the circumstances of the game now. Chesterfield down to 10 men. They're going to have to do a heck of a lot of defending. And
heck of a lot of defending. We're good at defending. We don't get in a lot. Go for the attack and let's get a third.
Asante's got that
and
job.
kill the game.
If I jumped any quicker, I'd almost be stopped.
You can blame him. Just try and run that clock down as much as possible. But I'm already dreading the sight of the 4th officials board for the injury time. It's already adding up.
Yes. And it is going to be 2-0, the dangerous scoreline. How many times have we heard that, Josh?
Oh, it's dangerous now. Definitely.
This game is not won. It's not even drawn from a Chesterfield.
Oh,
perspective.
Derby are 3-0 up against Hull.
It's headed down by, I think it was Hogan, but easy for Scott Loach to gather on the edge of his 6-yard area. And he'll take every second at every opportunity to wind this clock down. We've had 9.5 minutes of the second half, and nothing's happened because we've had stoppages and all sorts of...
oh, the shit out! Oh, the shit out referee! Oh, the shit out referee!
Via Rydell, and it's in right back territory. So...
Yeah! Something to be cheerful about! Right, are you fucking cunt? If you talk to them, you do deserve to be criticised. Yo, club. You shouldn't be drawing to Burnley. Way.
It's difficult tactically.
Oh.
Because you want them to go compact usually, but Stockport.
And it's
got so many
Jamie
threats from wide. Is
Rodriguez.
it better to try and nullify the crosses rather than be nice and
It'd be interesting to find out how long it is since he's actually scored a goal. It's been ages.
Stockport is real. Oh, it's a free kick.
Wow.
Second half.
They've not even played 5 minutes of the second half and they've already equalised.
55 minutes, 10 Manchester
Didn't take that long
leading
for.
by 2 goals.
Wow.
Stockport on the attack. We're going to be saying that a lot. Rydell, first time ball in, falls kind of just as a goal back. Will Collar.
Stockport have scored.
The ball was blocked by Tyrone Williams from the initial cross, and it just fell out to Collar, and he just welded it in. Stockport 1, Chesterfield 2.
Stockport are back in the game.
Well, certainly. If it wasn't already backs to the wall at 2-0, now it's going to definitely be backs to the wall. Stockport throwing everything at it because, they can certainly smell blood in the water now. And it was a simple one, really, from Chesterfield. I thought they could have defended it better. It just fell kindly for Collar in the box in the end. And credit to the lad, it was a good finish, left-footed, curling away from Scott Loach. Not much he could have done about it. And Stockport have found a way back into this game.
Yeah, you just really needed Chesterfield to go 15-20 minutes at least without conceding, because all of a sudden it's a long time. 35 minutes of normal time, but there's going to be at least 5 minutes of stoppage time, isn't there, at the end of this? So it's going to be 40 minutes for Stockport with a numerical advantage to try and press home a little bit more. The ball played up to Shimangas, nicked off his toes by Johnson, and in frustration Shimanga pulls him back, but Stockport have got the ball in space on the right hand side, so advantage played by referee Tallis. Collar, who's been involved with the second most goals in assists and goals scored to Madden, but I think that might have equalised it up, actually. I think there's only one behind, and the Stockport fans, their team trailing, but they're on the crest of a wave at the moment, because they know how dangerous their team can be against the 11 men. And it's played out to this near side, and Rydell, and he just gets the ball in early, doesn't he? He's forced into the middle of the park and away from a crossing position, knocks it back to Palmer, and it's out now with Hogan moving down the right hand side. He's got Oyeleke for company, plays it out to Southern Hales, and a loose ball from him. Chesterfield win it back, and Mandeville does well, but he tried to feed Whittle, but it was way overhit, and the goalkeeper Hinchcliffe comes miles outside of his area, plays that forward, won by Quigley. Tyrone Williams, whose clearance it was that fell to Collar, plays it up towards Asante, and again Hinchcliffe comes out of his area. This time he lets it roll out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I said earlier, Edgeley Park, the only noise was coming from the Chesterfield fans in the first half. Well, listen to it now, it's role reversal. You can't hear yourself speak, Phil, with the Stockport fans back in their team now, and Chesterfield have really just got to try and weather a bit of a storm out here.
Yeah, Stockport moving up to the halfway line, played out to Rydell, he's got Mandel in front of him, and Madden's come a long way away from to get that. Chesterfield battle to win that back, but the clearance headed forward by Johnson. His header picked up by Jack McCaw, whose clearance is charged down, hooked away by Williams, but only as far as Trousdale, and now Palmer in the 10-yard circle, no red shirt anywhere near him. That high press has gone with the man down. It's a good ball into the centre, and a terrific piece of work from Grimes, but a shot from Stockport comes in, it's blocked that time by Fraser Kerr, and it's back out with Trousdale, 25 yards away from the goal line, and good hassling there by Alex Whittle, forces Stockport back, but they maintain possession, and it's played forward by Johnson towards Quigley, and Grimes gets a head onto it. Quigley knocks it back into the danger area, and a high kick on Oyeleke. That's going to be a free kick to Chesterfield.
Well done, boys. Well defended.
The referee saying high kicks have brought books before, but nothing done from the ref. And again, I think that was just an honest challenge from the Stockport lad, to be fair.
Yeah, and it was brave from Oyeleke, wasn't it, to just put his body in there and stop Quigley from getting any kind of shot away. It was an acrobatic effort from him. Well done
Ollie
there.
Cranshaw's coming on for the home.
Oh, West Ham have just scored against Watford.
Player, sort of number 10 style, and the fourth official's not turned his board around to face us. Oh, here he goes now. It is number 4, Liam Hogan, coming off. So a defender on for an attacking midfielder. Wow.
And who can blame him, because it is one-way traffic, as expected, when you're playing away from home with 10 men. Yeah, Chesterfield have just got to really put their bodies behind the ball, defend their 18-yard box as best they can, and just ultimately keep the ball out of the net. That's the only tactic, I think, for the remainder of this game, Phil.
Rydell has moved back to left side of the back three. Johnson's moved from left to centre, offside against Chesterfield as that ball goes forward. Referee's played it on. Oh no, he's given it now late. He was a while acknowledging that, and the free kick taken, still in their own half for Stockport County. So Rydell's still there on the left-hand side for those crosses.
Come on.
His ball stabbed forward to try and bring
Jared Bowen with the goal.
Hippolyte into
Oh,
play.
All
Seems
City
to
have got
move
one
to the left,
back
hasn't he, now,
against
Hippolyte?
Derby, 3-1.
Terry was thinking, who's that out there? Hippolyte's moved from the centre to left, with Crankshaw going in the middle in his number 10 row. Good clearance there, good work from Mandeville, and Chesterfield have got to work harder than they've had to work probably in any game in their National League history, I would think.
I would probably say so. Yeah, certainly from a defensive point of view, I don't think they'll ever be put under the cosh as much as they are going to be now for this last half hour.
Would you take a draw right now, Josh?
Oh, I'd snap your hand off, Phil. I really, really would, because
Oh, that is absolutely hilarious.
they've been averaging goal
The
kicking
goal that
highlights, yeah.
Rodriguez had just
Yeah,
scored for
averaging
for
3
Burnley.
goals a
What's
game
his first
for the
goal of
last
the
11
season?
games.
Well done, mate, Ian. Well done.
And,
Yes, you
to
Dowsers.
come away only
Well
conceding 2
done.
when you've got 10 men on the pitch.
You let someone score who hasn't even scored
That's an achievement,
this season yet.
given that Stockport's
Well
got a
done.
record
Well
of
done.
8, but
Well done.
I don't know, Chesterfield, we know that the defenders have put in some fantastic performances over the last season, so yeah, all hope isn't lost yet. If they do
All hope
well
isn't lost.
and,
Keep the
put
faith.
bodies
Keep
on
the
line,
faith.
if they know they can, they still might have a chance of getting a result. You never know.
Goal kick take. Yeovil will pull one back, only 2-1 down at Wealdstone now. So the lone striker, Shimanga, can't quite bring that to heel. It's played back to his own goalkeeper by Ryan Crosdale, and now Johnson trying to
Keep going. Keep hanging on.
Got
As much as we can.
Company played forward to Hippolyte. This lazy little ball into Crosdale, finds Crosdale. Now it's with Palmer on the halfway line. He's got McCourt, South and Hales in space on the right, but he's charged down by Whittle, so plays it back once more to Ash Palmer, and he's got Shimanga for company. So Stockport patiently building up. They know they've got plenty of time, but Chesterfield working really hard. It's now Rydell on whips the cross in. Hippolyte chests it down. It's come to Crosdale's shot. Oh, not far away. Scott Lowe's went for it. It's probably 2 foot high, 2 foot wide, but plenty of meat in that shot from Crosdale.
Yeah, right out of the middle of the bat there from Crosdale. He hit it like a rocket, caught it sweetly enough, and it's one of those, isn't it? Sometimes they fly into the top corner, sometimes they
That's
don't just
that's
wide.
actually
With the
interesting.
sky rights, it's just wide.
Never thought of
As
it.
they look to just
Seen that.
cling on here for dear life.
Oh, we've got 2 balls on the pitch again. It's been one of those sort of days, hasn't it, really?
We'll take that. We'll take 2 balls on the pitch as long as it takes a little bit more time.
Come on, Burnley. Beat Man United. That'll be absolutely hilarious.
The scorelines. I saw a ball. I thought that must be the worst goal kick Scott Loach has ever taken. Then I realised the ball was still on the 6-yard area, and it was just another spare. It's one in the air on the halfway line by Stockport, but Quigley can't keep it in, and Chesterfield have got to throw it in their right back territory. Liam Norcliffe of the Derbyshire Times just all right standing up. There's not much knee room in these places. The row behind, Ron Jenkinson standing up. Plenty of nervous energy around this ground at the moment on all 4 sides and in the press box as well, as Grimes volleys clear. He's gone out for a throw in defensive territory from a Stockport perspective. So 1 Spirite sub on so far. That's Tyrone Williams for Akwasi Asante, who scores Spirite's 2nd goal, resulting from Jeff King's dismissal. As Oyeleki plays it forward, and Mandeville gets something onto it, and Williams wellies it forward, but too far for Shimanga, and it goes through to Hinchcliffe, who immediately rolls it out to Palmer. Certainly, well, Chester will be trying to rush Stockport, won't they? That'll be one of the tactics that they'll try and do, make them rush into mistakes. They were doing that so well in the first 25 minutes, and they're at it again. As Mandeville forces an early clearance, and well, it's Quigley and Kerr together. Quigley's got it down on the deck, down by this touchline. He's got round Quigley, he's got round Kerr, but in comes McCourt. Oh, and he crashes into the advertising hoarding there, and well, he shoves Quigley out of the way, and No time for the referee to deal with that because the ball's back in play from the throw-in. It's come out and it's hit air. It comes to Croasdale. Oh, it's an equaliser.
It's an equaliser.
Chance shot from Ryan Croasdale.
It's an equaliser. 2-2.
The goalkeeper. 65 played. It's back all square. Stockport 2, Chesterfield 2.
Jeff fucking King.
I have to say, he's hit that like a peach.
Jeff fucking
Great
King,
finish.
what have you done?
Chesterfield did the best to try and scamper the ball away. They got the ball clear from the initial cross, headed it out to the edge of the box. And how many times have you seen midfield
Jeff
just
fucking
lining
King.
shots up there and hitting it low and it flying into the bottom corner? It was one out of the Steven Gerrard playbook, that from Croasdale. A great finish. And you have to say the stuffing has really been knocked out of the Chesterfield camp now. And the ascendance is really with Stockport.
Absolutely, great goal from Croasdale, but again, a little bit like the first one, you feel the clearance could have been handled a little bit better.
You do feel like they could have just booted the ball away, got a better connection onto that clearance, but you know, it's always easier sat up here when you're trying to defend a lead with 10 men against top of the league. It's going to be so hard, and it's proving that way.
And well, Shimanga's won a corner there, and it's the first corner that Chesterfield have won in the entire game on the right-hand side. They didn't win any in the first half. Stockport got 4, but the inevitable Stockport not singing any more songs. But Chesterfield, thick end of 2,000. We've not had any crowd news so far. I'm not sure where the stadium announcer is, but it takes a long time to announce the goals, doesn't it?
I had to go doing it at the technique on Saturday.
Let's do the fucking Jeff fucking King. The guy deserves crucifying.
McCourt's going to take it towards the middle of the 6-yard area. Madden's there. Heads
A lot of the, even Chesterfield, even say that he had no need to make the challenge.
Good run though by Ollie Crankshaw, has dealt with well by Chesterfield who clear it, but it's not found. Shimanga 2-2. You're listening to 1866 Sport with Ideal Flooring just off Chatsworth Road in Chesterfield. We're 3/4 of the way through this game, and it is Stockport 2, Chesterfield 2. Quick fire goals in the first half for Chesterfield. Quick fire goals after Jeff King was sent off for Stockport in the second half, and 22 minutes and bits, well, lots actually, to play, and Stockport absolutely in the ascendancy. And it's now with Will Corrie who scored the first. He's taken a long shot, that was always going high. It's gone out for a goal kick. And if Chesterfield, I know they've scored 2 goals from the edge of the box and outside the box, but if Chesterfield can restrict it to long shots, I think that's the best they can really do from the Stockport attacks. And Oyelek is down on the deck and stretching to try and block that, and Amy Young being called on. And well, whether that's a deliberate breather time, experience of Oyeleke, or whether he is struggling with that calf again a little bit, I don't know. And well, Jim Kellerman is getting ready to come on, so I think Oyeleke will be the man that comes off. So it's fresh legs, fresh energy that Chesterfield need. 56 and 65, the 2 goals.
The rest of that team played. The rest of that team played absolutely out of their skin. Jeff King is the reason why it's all gone to pot. It's his stupidity. Why do a challenge in that area? Even the commentators say, why do a challenge in that area? He was doing nothing with the ball.
Plenty of hard work to do, and we said 2-0 is always a difficult scoreline. 2-0 is a very difficult scoreline when you're down to 10 men.
That's the difference.
Oyeleke is being led off by.
But then what makes it even worse, but what the stupid thing was, why let the play continue for literally like a minute, and then you bring it back to then send someone off when you've let play continue. So it just shows that the referee's just been a little bit of a dick there.
Maybe just to help break down those Stockport attacks a little bit and try and just put his foot in, try and put his body in the way.
Well, let's see if we can actually get a third. Let's see if we can actually do something. He's get a chance or something.
You'd like to have in the trenches with you, and Chesterfield certainly in the trenches at the moment. Another 2 balls on the pitch scenario.
Yeah, that was one that was kept in the crowd by Chesterfield supporters, and they're just throwing it onto it. And I'm watching Quigley and McCourt. They're having a right tangle. McCourt's just been shoving Quigley. There was a pushing incident on the attack immediately before the second goal, wasn't there? And they're clearly not on Christmas card exchange lists at the moment. So Chesterfield's Quigley, Joe, Calvin Miller and Saidu Khan still on the bench, and I'm sure that a first substitute will be used just for fresh legs for Chesterfield. In the 2 matches that Danny Webb's been in charge of so far, he's not used 3 subs, he's used only 2 in both of the games, but I think it'll be a threesome tonight. As the throw-in taken by Stockport County on the halfway line. Good battling from the court, forces Stockport back into their own half. It's with Ryan Johnson. Of course, Stockport played against 10 men for most of the game against Dover on Saturday, and they won 1-0, but it took them to the 84th minute after the sending off after 35, 36 minutes, something like that. Johnson on the halfway line plays it to Rydell. We know he gets rid of the ball early. Headed up into the air by Kerr, cleared away by Williams up to the halfway line, where it's picked up by Ash Palmer. Plays it out to Southam Hales on the right hand side with space in front of him. Kellerman's coming to close him down, but he's played it out wide right to substitute Crankshaw, who again is forced back this time by Kellerman. And the long ball forward by Stockport is going to bounce out for a goal kick to the spy right. So cheeky little bit of play from Alex Whittle there, who, as he bounced off the advertising hoarding, put it into the Chesterfield crowd.
I think Scott Loach is having a word with those Chesterfield fans, saying, "Yeah, don't give it me back."
They've given him back now, just as the extra ball came on for the fourth official.
And now Loach is going to pretend he's not seen that other ball come on the pitch, just to take up that extra couple of seconds. Oh dear, it's not very often that Chesterfield have been in this kind of situation this season, is it? Where they're just trying to defend for their lives. It's not something we've seen much. So we'll see how they fare.
Wrestling match between Williams and Rydell in front of us, but goes out for a Chesterfield throw just inside their own half. 19 minutes of normal time to go, but we're going to get multiple minutes of stoppage time at the end here. At least 5 before we start.
I feel like it might end up in double figures by the time we get to the 90.
So, and if it's still 2-2, then that'll be a real fillip for the home fans, won't it? There'll be that 9 or 12 or whatever it is, won't there? As Chesterfield play the ball forward, and Kellerman comes up with it. He's got plenty of blue shirts around him, and he's had it nicked off him. It's cleared away by Johnson to Paddy Madden, who takes it. He's got Kerr running behind him, and Kerr forces him to check, but it's switched over to Southam Hales on the right-hand side, and he takes it in his stride. He's got Whittle in front of him, down by the corner flag. Oh, that's not a great cross, and that's going to be seen out, is it? No, it's not actually going to reach the touchline. Is it? Yes, well played, Tyrone Williams. He's got Paddy Madden breathing down his neck, but used his strength, Tyrone Williams, who I'm sure will have it go through his mind that his clearance fell to the scorer of the first goal, Will Collar, for I think it was Oyelecki, wasn't it, trying to get the clearance on for Ryan Croasdale's corker of a goal. Yeah,
it is unfortunate that both of the goals have come from weak clearances from the spy rights in the end.
Yes. And well, as quickly, I mean, he really is a strong player, isn't he? He's got the shot in, but it's blocked and cleared away by Grimes up towards Shimanga. He squeezes it back to Kellerman, back to Shimanga. Still in his own half, though. He's not in a dangerous area as far as Stockport County's defensive core concerned. He plays the ball down the left touchline. It goes out for a throw-in to Stockport.
Yeah, I was hoping that a Stockport player were just going to get a touch on that and win the spy rights a throw, but in the end he just kicks it out into touch.
Ball played up to Hippolyte, playing wider than he was in the first half after the first substitution. Overlap to Rydell, cross comes in, and it's put wide. It's put wide by Ollie Crankshaw from the edge of the 6-yard area. He was standing outside the near post, so he had to direct it away from him, but he almost put the ball back to where it was coming from, and he knows he should have done better than that. And again, those Rydell crosses starting to cause problems.
Yeah, big chance of Stockport. Ball coming in low from the left-hand side. Crankshaw just tries to side foot it into the corner, but maybe just loses a bit of composure, takes his eye off the ball at last moment, and Chesterfield breathe another sigh of relief and keep it at 2-2 for now. But you just wonder, how long is it going to be that they can keep this Stockport side out again?
Yep, we'll be measuring strings to check. There's Hippolyte bursting down the left-hand side, blocked by Crowell, who'd come across this side. I think it's gone out for a throw-in, but it's gone out really close to the corner flag. But I think it is going to be a throw. It is. And Ryan Rydell is on the ball. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Stockport players in the box. It's knocked back to Rydell, headed away by Grimes, but only as far as Southam Hales. His shot takes a deflection. It's going to go out for a corner.
Yeah, it's a hard watch, Phil, to be honest with you now. Any Chesterfield fan listening to him, I'm sure it's a hard listen as well, but trust me, it's just as hard a watch as it probably is a listen for you at home as well. It's really, really tough here, watching Chesterfield just try and fight tooth and nail to keep
Corner
it out.
taken short, knocked in by Rydell. Brave header away from Kroll up to the halfway line, but Kabongo was back helping the defence, so he wasn't there to take it. It's played up forward down to the right-hand side. Opportunity for, and good challenging from Kellerman at the cost of a throw on the far side, but it stopped the cross coming in. So Stockport again. Well, they're camped in the Chesterfield half at the moment. They have been for the last sort of 15 minutes or so. 2-2 the scoreline. 15 minutes of normal time remaining, oodles of stoppage time to follow that. Stockport, top scorers in the division, play it forward. Chesterfield played the second highest scorers in the division, Dagenham, on Saturday and beat them 2-1. Stockport are a notch above Dagenham. They won away at Dagenham as Rydell will make it forward on a great challenge in from Jack McCaw, again at the cost of a throw-in, but stopping one of those Rydell crosses booming into the box. Rydell a bit further back than he was. Hippolyte's playing the left wing role now, and Rydell gets it back from the throw-in, blocked by Kerr, gone out for another corner kick to Stockport County, again on this near side, the Chesterfield left as they kick from right to left in all blue with white socks towards the Chesterfield supporters, who a little bit more circumspect than they were after 21 minutes when Kwasi Asante put the spotlights 2-0 up. Corner comes into the near post and it's headed away by McCaw. How many headers has he won in defensive play in the last few minutes? It's picked up by Rydell. He whips that cross in early again, and it's Kroll once more that heads it away, but it falls to Hippolyte, 35 yards out, down to the right-hand side, and opportunity for a bit of jinking play on the right-hand side for Stockport. Cross comes in, hits a Chesterfield chest, goes out for another corner kick, relentless defending from Stockport County at this moment in time. Scott Quigley involved in everything at the moment. He was outside the right side of the penalty area then, creating havoc. Got a corner out of this, and again Shimanga on the edge of the D on defensive duties, something we don't see very often. And the corner, left-footed in, swinger comes in and headed up into the air by McCourt again.
Come on.
Kroll gets the second header, falls for Crowsdale, but he has to head it wide out to Southam Hales, back to Crowsdale. Oh, and a lucky deflection from him, finds the pass finds Blue, and it's knocked back to Southam Hales again. Deep ball into the box, headed away by Jim Kellerman. And Shimanga can't quite get there before Southam Hales, but the ball momentarily in the Stockport half. It's not been there very often of late. Now Palmer, bandaged head from that clash of heads just before half time. And well, break down the right hand side with Stockport looking to try and get the ball in, but a great challenge in from Alex Whittle at the cost of a throw in again though. 12 to go. It's creatine time. Is that what your nails are? Is it creatine your nails? I bet there's a bit of biting of creatine going on as Stockport come to the edge of the box. Good little challenge there. That's a free kick surely for Chesterfield, but not given. Yes, a late give by the referee. A shot had gone in over and out for what would have been a goal kick, but the referee did give the foul.
He'll take his time here. He'll probably tell the referee that he needs the physio on just to break things up a little bit. The referee's not having it though.
2-2. 11 minutes of normal time remaining. Still no news of the crowd. There's a big team behind the Chesterfield supporter, but we can hardly see the bottom half of it because of the stand that we're in. So free kick taken by Chesterfield goalkeeper Scott Loach, headed away to Palmer at the back. This time it's not as Williams. Kellerman managed to get that. Play it back to towards Shibanga, but well out by Palmer, and now running forward up to the halfway line. Rydell just inside.
Oh, it's now 3-1 at Newcastle against Everton.
By Williams to put it back to Palmer, still in the Stock half. To suit Chesterfield, all of a sudden there's space.
Kieran Trippier has scored.
To run forward, but Shimanga filled. It's played into Hippolyte, still in the circle out wide right to South of Gills, and he whips forward. up into the air by Williams and back to goal, and it fell for Collar on the edge of the 6, stuck a leg out. That's the second time Collar's found himself on the edge of the 6 and putting it above the target when he probably should have done better.
Yeah, it came in quick. There was a bit of dither in there with Chesterfield defence.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think they need to keep their heads a little bit and just take that initiative and be the one that gets to that ball first and make sure it's away from that Chesterfield ball,
Well,
because otherwise it just bounces upwardly.
We've got
in and
2
around
balls on
that
the pitch
6-yard
again, and to be honest, the Chesterfield fans are doing themselves no favours here, because the referee will just add oodles and oodles of time, and the only team that wants lots of time at the end is Stockport.
Yeah, we know that Chesterfield's record with protecting leads or situation protecting a point, we know that Chesterfield's record when they are trying to decrease time hasn't been great. Season.
There's going to be more non-injury time at this rate.
Yeah, it could be in for a long night, certainly.
So it's still 2 Yeovil 1, Southend 2, Bromley 0. Notts 5, Barnet 1 now. Going to be Kings Lynn still 0-0. Grimes heads that one out for another throw, another attacking position, which Polite's going to take. Knocks it back to Rydell. They'll do with it. Oh, he's forced to cut inside by Williams. Rolls it to Colt. Control that. Chesterfield win it back. So an opportunity for a counter attack for the Sparrows. Man plays it out to Whittle on the left-hand side. Crosses the halfway line.
Come on.
Numbers, though. They have got a numerical advantage after Jeff King was sent off at Mandeville. Nice little sidestep. Plays it to McCall. He's 30 yards out. We know
Go
he'll
on.
always take a stand. He's a little bit too far. Got the ball, Collins back with him, and well, he has it taken off him, but Chesterfield get it back, and Jim Kellerman put out towards Whittle, but he's overhit it. No, it's going to bounce nicely for Whittle, and Whittle has to turn and keep that in, and well, Stockport off him, 2 on 1. Well, Kellerman's just not to stop play flying, but play on, says the referee. What, Chesterfield might be down to 9 in a bit. We'll see. Quickly on the edge of the box. He's got Kerr in front of him. Oh, and Quigley dives over, and he should be positioned there, because Kerr got tackle in, and well, Shimanga was booked for simulation on Saturday, and that was more simulation than Shimanga's, wasn't it?
Hey, he went down there quickly. There was a sniper
Kellerman
in the crowd.
is going to be spoken to, and he's yellow carded. He's got that to a certain extent as well as. Lemon.
Yeah, no doubt booking. Probably the easiest decision the refs made all night. Kellerman there just absolutely taking the Stockport guy out when he was about to fly down the right-hand side.
Loaches as well, as it's a goal or a free kick to be taken for Chesterfield. He's 20 yards outside his box in conversation with the referee. Of course, Sub ran and put the ball on by the 8-yard area. 38 minutes of the second half play. 7 minutes to go. You're listening to 1866 Sport with Ideal Flooring. Click chesterfieldcarpet.com. It is Chesterfield and Stockport. First and Stockport 2, Chesterfield 2. A game that saw Chester nil in the lead. Jeff went off, and immediately Owen was Chesterfield player gone down. And it's Luke Trott, he is in some form of
Yeah, holding his left knee, and he looks in pain.
Fell awkwardly, and straight away Jack McCourt signalled, and that's time wasting.
No, he's in agony, unfortunately, Kroll here, and yeah, we hope it's nothing serious, but I think this will be the end of Kroll's evening. Unfortunately, look how he's wincing in pain down on the floor at the moment.
Well, central defender. So you assume that Williams will move from sort of right back to back 3, and will it be Miller comes on, or Khan?
Possibly Kellerman to drop back into defence to help.
Oh, please bring Sadu Khan on. Give us a bit of an attacking threat.
Seemingly get him. Sadu Khan goes up, gives him a pat on the. So Kelvin Miller.
That's not alright. He's alright.
Danny Webb. I don't have substitutes in the last 2 games, hasn't he? If I remember. So this is his opportunity to show Danny Webb what he can do.
He's made much football of late, has he, Calvin Miller? So what a time to be thrown back in deep end. It's yeah, certainly tricky. The game, to come into a game.
I think the ref should score for the stretcher.
Yeah, ain't good.
Yeah, the ref
Ain't
has
good.
the stretcher over on the far
Ain't
side.
good.
Yeah.
You really hope that this isn't a season ender for Luke Kroll, because he's been such a consistent performer for the Spike, hasn't he? Ever since he signed on a course of free, he was a brilliant find.
And he'd not played
Chesterfield.
second half of Dagenham through injury, had he?
No, he's been an absolute rocket centre half. He's been fantastic. And today, even though you look scoreboard and they've conceded 2, he's put a valiant performance. He's been winning everything in the air. He's been putting his boot in at the right moments, making some fantastic tackle. And now to see him down on the floor in pain, that is not a sign that any Chesterfield quarter will want to see.
Well, we've got more balls on the pitch again as Stockport got 3 on. Stockport obviously like to use a ball. Well, they're to the technically. Kroll is limping off. He's not better, but he can't use his left leg.
That's team spirit for you. Look, Shamanga helping to cat Kroll off the pitch as well. And Shamanga, he's probably spent as well from just chase and press and hassle that stopgap line whenever he's had the opportunity as well. It's a great team spirit to see. Oh, I'm gutted for Kroll. Really gutted for the lad.
Yeah. Well, so Miller comes on, goes over to the left side. The St John's stretcher chick over on the far side, stretcher down. But certainly Luke Kroll will be involved in the game for a week or 3 at least. Looking. So after all that, Stockport forgotten what had happened, because all eyes on Kroll, wasn't it, before then the ball went forward. Whatever happened,
it'll definitely be double-figured injury time now.
I think you are 2-2 Miller. Fresh legs, hassling John and Stockport move out. Miller is in the middle. Let's try and figure out what Chesterfield are doing at the moment. Mandeville's almost gone to wing back, hasn't he? Well, he's just back there as.
So Chesterfield are playing wing backs. Fuck off. You're not turning to Chelsea now.
Is it to Rydell? There's Church in the middle and a great charge.
We're in the National League. We're not Chelsea.
Mandeville is playing wing back. We've got a back three of Williams, Kerr, and Grimes. Grimes wins ahead, and the ball comes in and mills away a little bit more. Delighted he was the other week at Rangers, wasn't he? On Twitter, the ball not back in again, and it's ahead of Kellerman and out for just a throw. I think it's a throw taken quickly by Rydell to Crowsdale, who scored the equaliser. 2-2 still. Rydell ball into the centre, headed away by Chesterfield, and William there cleared up to the halfway line. Going to Stockport throw, and beaten Yeovil. That's finished. We're a long way from being finished here. Wilson 2-1 is a result. Southwark still 2-0 up against Bromley. Still 5-1 up against Barnet. And Grimsby 0-0 Kingsley. Rydell with Mandeville. And good defending from him and good defending from McCourt. And that's gone out for a goal kick. I think McCourt in this second half, since Chester been down to 10 men, has been absolutely magnificent from a defence perspective.
Oh, you've got to Jack McCaw. I mean, he's been out of the hasn't he, for so long. He came back in against Dagger, performed absolutely admirably in that game. And today, he has just given 110%. You've got to think as well, he's probably not 100% fit, having come back into the side. He's probably not, but he's just giving everything for the shirt again tonight, Jack McCaw.
Oh, just to make it... has got the captain's arm on after Luke, so I know people might have been wondering about that. So Jamie Grimes is bringing Chesterfield home today. Let's skipper him to a point. There's a ball over.
I'll probably take a point. I even said to you yesterday I would probably take a point.
Cuts inside, Whittle sticking to him like glue, and he cuts out, goes out for throwing. And man of the match for Stockport being announced by the sponsors. Time to announce it. Oh, right, okay, fair enough. The defender. So I think there must be mates of Ryan Johnson's who got for it for as McCook gets ahead of it. Didn't go where it wanted, but it did. Kerr and Bill heads away. He's had another performance so far, and of course it's now Rydell gets across him, but charged down by Mandeville. cleared by Williams. Another throw in to Stockport.
Come
County.
on.
And there's 10 minutes of stopping him. As we can see, the ball is holding it up now. There's 10 minutes. That's TEN in brackets.
10 minutes of stoppage time. 10.
Away from
Fuck
Stockport.
off.
So,
Fuck off 10.
Big 10 minutes.
Fuck off 10.
This season. Big
Fuck
10
off
minutes
10.
for Spirit. Big 10 Danny Webb. Big 10 minutes for everybody listening.
Danny Webb, you are a legend. If you get us a destroyer, be a legend.
Shocker of a ball from,
Or if we can nick it, that'll be a great thing. Nick it with 10 men.
Well,
That would be like a shit house performance, but that's AO.
in play.
At least we're not as worse as Man United during the Premier League, bottom of the Premier League.
Woo! He tries to bring that ball under control.
Shit house Manchester United, shite.
And Scotland hasn't booked this season yet, but there's only a couple of players who, I know Stuart Basson, the club historian, had put out that there's only 2 regular players being booked this season. One of them I just can't remember who the other one was. It might have been Tyrone Williams.
Jeez, Wednesday we're going to go this shit house and win.
This is the one.
Shit house.
Yes, yes.
Portsmouth's going to get away with it.
There's a fling between
Fucking hell.
Rydell and Mandeville.
Sunderland have lost to Cheltenham. Pardon me. Cheltenham have beaten Sunderland. Fucking hell. Didn't expect that.
Barnet. So let's hope we can prevent a county double in the National League. South Heels bursting down the right
Oh.
side, plays it over. Goes down in towards him, and an offside flag has gone up, so that'll. But,
I was about to say 1-1, but it's now 2-1 shot. 2-1 Bolton.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that flag was going to go.
Oh, out of nowhere, but might have won it.
It was looked for all the money, and then it was going to land straight Paddy Madden's head. But then William leapt like a salmon, didn't he, just to get it. In the end, it was all for nothing because the linesman had his flag up for offside, which will
Offside! Offside!
Elliot Newby has just come on for Marcus.
There we go. Wednesday, 1-1 goal to nil against Wigan. By shit house in it.
It's a swap, really. As Miller.
Oh, 2-0 Mansfield. Jordan Bowery.
Played away by Chesterfield. Have got an attacking throw here, have they? Yeah, they have. So Jack McCourt was on his
Oh, it's 6-1 Notts County.
I wanted to throw the ball. I think Jack said, well, I don't know, mate. So
What the fuck?
Liam Mandeville miscontrols it just as it comes in.
There's some games were going on from the red shirts.
And if it works, it's in. If it doesn't,
I will happily take a point. Because it means if we beat Weymouth on Saturday, that means we go top.
Booking wins it back, but Quigley boots it.
Yep, so I'll take that, but not yet. Look at this.
We've had 3 to 10. 2-2 the scoreline. Get that Smedia in. Well, it might change if Still or Stockport score in the middle 7 minutes of added time.
Don't say that commentator's curse.
Record numbers, I think, tonight. That were on 1866.
Come on.
The referee got zerked with Chesterfield for wasting time.
Just waste time, boys. Just waste more time. It can't. Let the timer cut down. That's clever play. Just wasting time.
Stock off here, which is exactly what they want to do at this moment in time. And not 6-1 result for. No. So just the table clash. Stockport top of the table 55 points. Chesterfield 54 with a game left in the live table. But there's time for something to happen.
With a game left. With a game left. I'm going to go up on Saturday.
Yeah. Gone. 6 to go.
Oh.
Sport on Twitter. 1866 page on Facebook. Jack McCourt, the ball up, wipes it, throws to Liam Mandeville.
Can we go and do the impossible and nick it with 10 men? That would just be the shit houses of performances ever. Be 2-0 up, get a man sent off, and then go on and win it.
Shimanga couldn't quite keep control of that. It threw him. Stockport legged, looked at him.
Come on.
Unfortunately, Kabongo to control it, and it's gone out for a goal kick, which is taken by Stockport County. John, the sponsored man of the match. Plays it across to Park on the right side. It's Southern Hales halfway line again because Chesterfield pushing well and Mandeville gets in and forces it. And well, Colin Miller. Oh, and good goalkeeping.
Oh, nearly. That was close.
Graham, didn't he, to come way outside of his area to get that first, push it onto the roof. We've got to get another ball because that'll be stuck in the loft. So Rydell take mail further forward than it actually went out.
Come on, let's hang on.
People aren't that sort of stuff. We've had half of the 10-minute stoppage time now. 2-2. I tell both teams deserve great plaudits, Josh, this evening, don't they? Both given everything and some.
Certainly been a game worthy of the top teams in the division.
Crankshaw plays it forward, and that's another shocker of a ball left by Loach to go out for goal kick. And
Way!
has run to the corner to have a word with the linesman there. I'm not sure why. Yeah, he's booked for time waste and that. So Stuart Bassett, if you're listening, I'm sure you are. Put that one. Scott's in the book now. I have to the yellow cards. So yeah. Rose being booked. There's Chimanga, Loach.
Come on, keep going.
Maguire, go down the list. But, Nathan Tyson, but he's only played some appearance. He's not. Santi's not being booked. And Joe Quigley's not being booked, but they played about 10 minutes of football between them. As the ball played forward towards Mango, who's done well, but can't get through.
Keep going.
Blue shirts with the marking. Cleared away by Stockport, but Whittle put up on the far side. He's got two in front of him, squeezes it through to Chesterfield throw one. There forces the kick out from Palmer. Throw into
Come on.
We've had 7 of the 10. 3 to go. Big 3 minutes for Chesterfield. Big.
Surprisingly, we've actually done well with 10 men.
Number 3.
I never thought we would.
Miller can't control it. Backed away by Stockport County. They're getting absolute gung-ho territory. Headed forward by Fraser Kerr. It's a throw to Stockport, still inside their own half. 2.5 to go.
This is agony, Phil. No other way to drive it.
Johnson. He's got Rydell to his left. Forward, but a bad ball. Oh, and Deville and Miller just not quite on the A nice little shimmy there from so he's played it forward to Crowsdale. Now Rydell.
Absolutely nervous, man.
By Mandeville. Corner to the home side.
Corner to Stockport.
Everybody in red.
Anybody in red, get your head under the ball, please.
Oh.
This is like death. This is like pure death. And Jeff fucking King, this is all your fucking fault, you cunt. Leave the club in the summer, you cunt.
Off the field, supporters. 8 minutes of the 10 gone. Corner comes in, it's a decent one. It's not cleared away yet by Chesterfield. A shot comes in from Stockport, but it's blocked, but it's back out with Crankshaw. Infield to Rosedale, and good play from Whittle there, and even play from Miller. It's at the cost of him, but the two of those just close Stockport players down with some ferocity. Ball back in the area from Stockport. Cleared away by Fraser.
Just keep it, just keep it, just keep it.
Out to Rydell. He's got defending back with him. Chipped in,
keep
not
it.
The far stick, and it's headed out kick.
Way, I be it. A point with 10 men, I'll we take that.
This is so painful to watch.
Go on, Chesterfield!
Chesterfield now they're within touching distance of
Go
point against all the odds here.
Against all the odds, against one of the best teams in the league.
Not throw it away now, Chesterfield.
Come on!
Keep your heads. One more minute.
Let's hear from you guys. Back out there in 1866 land as the goal kick taken on the chest of Stockport. He's gone out for a Chesterfield throw in the Stockport.
Go on, Chesterfield!
35 seconds to go. So
we'll celebrate it like it's a win.
10.
So means we can go top on Saturday with a win at Weymouth. I absolutely tell you that.
Well, Burnley have equalised against Manchester United just out of the blue. So well done, Dicey, just up the road. And another throw into Chesterfield.
Go on!
By Williams, headed out
Nearly there,
Stockport
boys.
County. So,
Nearly there.
Chesterfield to keep it up. We've had
Oh,
9 minutes 56
oh,
seconds
oh,
of time.
oh,
Corner spy rights. Get it in the corner.
Come on, boys.
Takes the throw
absolutely take that now.
towards Miller, partially cleared by Stockport, but nodded forward by Williams again, and it's Johnson this time that nods it, that kicks it away. Kellerman gets it with Madden.
Come on.
Half, and an opportunity for Stockport. Oh, Whittle sees the ball, and he's got
Well
the chance to
done.
come forward now. He's got Southam Hales for company, plays it in towards Shimanga. Shimanga,
Come on.
taken off him, McCourt kicks it out, deliberately out for a throwing down in right back territory. We've had 10.5 minutes played now. Referee Scott Tallis, all eyes on you.
Come on.
And he's forcing Stockport further back. I thought he was going to
Come
blow
on.
the final whistle then, but he was blowing his whistle to send Stockport back.
Come on, we're nearly there, boys.
Take down the right hand side. Grimes volleys it forward. It's going to go out for a goal kick unless no, it's kept in by Ash Palmer, and he
Come on.
forward. And it's taken, well, it just was above Kellerman. Madden plays it out, and it's a 2-on-1 break for Stockport down the right side. Quigley is in the middle if the ball comes in. Oh, it's just missed the head of Quigley.
Way! 2-1, you fucked it up!
Whistle goes.
Way!
King sent off early in the second half.
Stockport, you fucking shot! You couldn't win against 10 men! Oh! 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 I absolutely take that. Full time. Chesterfield 2, Stockport 2. I wouldn't take that. I will take that.
Performance by Danny Webb's Chesterfield.
Well, I'm sure all 2,000 of those Spy Right fans will be.
That means now, folks, because Stockport don't play on Saturday, they're in AF Trophy action. We play in the league on Saturday against Weymouth, so it means with a win, we go top. So a point actually a good result, because it gives us a chance to go top on Saturday.
Absolutely phenomenal. You can hear the Spy Rights fans absolutely roaring behind
With
that
10
goal.
men for nearly the entire second half. And we managed to do the unthinkable against a side like Stockport. Well done. Full time Stockport County 2, Chesterfield 2. I did say before the game, I think I said yesterday or the day before, I would happily take a point because it meant we could win, we could go have a chance to go in top. But stay within a point of them means you're still in with a chance. And it has given us a massive chance. Let's go to the game on Weymouth, away at Weymouth on Saturday. Let's go for that. Go for broke in that game. And let's go back top of the league. Hope you guys have enjoyed the live watch along between Chesterfield and the Notts County. Like, subscribe to the bell notification. Don't forget to post. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Al Hillier versus Chelsea in the FIFA Gold Cup, where we're going to see the European champions of Europe become world fucking champions. Let's do